guys?
Okay, it's recorded.
Hello. Amy, listen to this.
Oh, God.
Amy, have some.
No.
Hi, Amy.
I didn't get any on there.
Okay. Are you all ready?
No.
So, Nevin, fill us in on what happened last time.
God.
On the last episode.
So, hold on.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Forever, dude. What's
Stalling.
your problem?
It's already 7:05,
I waited for you
man.
guys to get ready, and I'm not ready.
Alright. Jared, go ahead, take it away.
We want to show more.
Alright.
That's all you need to know.
So, and now?
Yep. But
So-
you have a specific difficulty level that you're allowed to use. I don't know what it is. I just know it's higher than mine.
CR?
Yeah.
Isn't it one higher than yours? No. Well,
Because it's...
Last
because you're the
episode-
path of the moon something.
last episode we went somewhere. This episode,
We're going that way.
we are somewhere.
Amy, big fish.
But hello, everybody. Welcome to the Abyss.
Or fish? Real?
Is this the start of your iceberg video? The fish iceberg.
Like
fish
So, now,
Here's that question.
so, in the last session, the party continued to explore the Wizards of Wine Winery, having been there at the behest of Erwin Martikov, after the Blue Water Inn in the town of Valaki ran dry of their good and sacred wine. With this objective in mind, the party headed there and ended up meeting with a man named Davian Martikov, who revealed himself to be the estranged father of Erwin, as well as many other Martikov family members who revealed themselves to you as well. When the party first arrived at the winery, he explained that it had been under siege by evil druids from a place called Yesterhill, who had taken the home for themselves and been trashing it ever since, and that they had narrowly escaped with their lives. He implored the party, and of course, after learning that you were here for Erwin, even more so, to rid the winery of the druids so that they could restore the flow of wine through Barovia, although that would take some time. But at least you would have access to the 2 shipments they still believed to be prepared inside of the winery's central building. You made your way there. A fight erupted with the druids and the blights who occupied this place, and eventually you emerged victorious, although you had yet to explore the cellar. You rested, exploring it further, finding ancient ledgers that detailed the places where this wine was sent to in Barovia, finding the earliest ledgers to even contain the letter S, and theorizing that that may mean Strahd. You found some keys, some secret doors, but eventually took a rest before going down into the cellar, where you were once again accosted by the last remaining druid in the wine, as she ran through behind the wine rack, used a spell that threw its glass and broke the bottles everywhere, and eventually you were able to knock her out. You found a secret door containing a strange cave filled with brown mold that you tried to get rid of, but ultimately were partially unsuccessful as its cold crept across your arm, Soren. But eventually, you made your way out of the winery with the druid in tow, and as well as that, found a stable that housed 2 horses that you, Hiatus, were able to speak to, and had an enlightening conversation that resulted in a final question regarding hay or freedom that you were still contemplating now. Quite a philosophical debate with these 2 brother horses, as well as talking to a few ravens. Ultimately, and of course I can't forget that you destroyed the staff. That's also very important. Destroying that staff was a big deal, but it released a large scream around the winery. You took the druid, returning to the Martikovs close by. He told his family that it was safe, implored them to return, interrogated the druid a little bit himself with some of that old man violence, but ultimately decided that he couldn't stomach it, and he would leave any further interrogation up to you. But indeed you learned that a wine gem, whatever this item was stolen by the druids, as he theorized, and taken to a place called Yesterhill where these druids hailed from. He went on to tell you a tale, that the Wizard of Wine's winery was opened before the curse of Strahd von Zarovich settled in this land, and that a wizard created 3 precious gemstones to cultivate the fine grapes that supply the wine in this place. Eventually, it fell into the ownership of the Krezkovs, and through a marriage, it fell into the ownership of the Martikovs. And now it has been watched over by their family for generations. It wasn't long ago, well, it was quite long ago, 10 years ago in fact, that one of these gemstones was stolen. They do not know by who, and they do not know taken where, although it was under the watch of Erwin Martikov, his middle son, thus creating a schism between father and son, resulting in Erwin's estrangement from his father. Eventually, he told you that the last 2 wine gems were stolen recently. One about a few weeks ago by what he is sure are scarecrows under the control of a contemptible old hag by the name of Baba Lysaga, who has taken up root in a place called Berez, or at least its ruins. And very recently, only 2 days ago, the last gem, stolen by the druids of Yesterhill, who then came and took siege, occupying the winery. Erwin made it clear that he did not want you to seek out these gems if it meant risking your life, but that of course, if you didn't, the flow of wine throughout this land would eventually, in a matter of weeks, likely come to a complete and utter halt. He thanked you before making his way back to the winery to collect his reward, leaving you all to deal with the druid. A moral, philosophical debate ensued about the righteousness of killing this woman, and of course, the meaning behind a promise to a paladin, of course. One of the tenets of your oath being that your promise is binding, and your word is binding in promise. So this druid telling you to promise to let her live in exchange for this information meant quite a lot. You eventually decided not to make this promise, and to kill her. But as you swung the axe down, like a headsman to chop cleanly, she implored you to stop, and with an image of Isaac Strasny in your head, you stopped just before your axe cleaved into the back of her neck, leaving nothing but a small cut. She told you that yes, they had the gem, and that they had hid it inside of a large rocky cairn, one of many that encircle the hill of Yesterhill. She told you which one specifically, and you let her live. Soon, Erwin Martikov and his eldest son Adrian returned with their reward, which they gave you. They inquired as to the whereabouts of the druid, and you lied, saying that you had killed her and buried her in the forest nearby. Adrian seemed suspicious, but Damien trusted you. And you eventually hitched the horses, and traveling with Adrian and the youngest son Elvir, made way to Valaki. About a 3-hour trip with these horses. On the way there, along through the forest, you heard a strange song, almost as if emanating from a music box. You decided to investigate, eventually finding it emanating from a tree. Searching around for clues, you discovered ancient small footprints that led up into the tree and not out, and using Mage Hand, revealed a skeleton and the top of a skull. You elected not to investigate further, and thus did not find anything other than the skull, and the skeleton, of course, of a tiny young body. You went on further, the fog growing thicker and larger, and as you neared Valaki, you heard laughter in the distance. Stopping to investigate, you waited until, investigating further, it was not malicious beasts, but instead 2 traveling Vistani. They inquired about what you were taking and hauling, and eventually, with an educated guess, were able to determine that it must be wine from the Wizard of Wines, as it had been shipped to them previously. And if you want to ask me more about the potential wine destinations that Davian told you about, you may do so. They were a bit foolish and a bit prodding, but eventually you came to an agreement. They told you they could be guides for a handful of coin. You said you were fine. And they also told you that if you were shipping wine, to not hesitate to give some to the Vistani. They were sure that a man named Luvage would be grateful. Potentially their leader, maybe. You don't know. You didn't ask further. They continued further on into the woods, one carrying a large, dirty shovel. You made your way back into the town, being let in just before the gray sun was beginning to set completely. Riding to the Blue Water Inn, making your way there. The horses taken around the back. Adrian and Elvir guiding you inside. And of course, Erwin and Danica, happy to see you. Happy to see one of them stepbrothers, or not step, is that how it works? No, just brother-in-law. Brother-in-law, that's what I was looking for. Happy to see his brothers and Danica's brothers-in-law. David, Erwin, Adrian, a lot of names. He asked you to go upstairs with him, entering into their large master bedroom, tended to neatly, and told you that you had done well and that you had secured his trust. He revealed, as he turned around, shifting and morphing, growing black feathers and a beak, turning around to reveal that he was a were-raven. Many of the feathers actually beginning to gray. He's an older gentleman.
I'm sorry.
He revealed that he was a
It's
were-raven.
more like him now.
Revealed that he was a were-raven, and that he was the leader of an order known as well, not the leader, but a high-ranking member of the order known as the Keepers of the Feather, an allegiance of were-ravens who operate under him and try and contest the rule of Strahd and help the people of Barovia. A hard thing to do, as you all know. He told you, as he bestowed a gift upon you, telling you its story and telling you that it was the holy symbol of Ravenkind, a powerful thing, an heirloom passed down through their family that could be used to fight dreaded vampires. Of course, potentially Strahd von Zarkich. You took the item, the holy symbol, and you felt, all of you, as your power grew. And that is where you left off, with Erwin still having some things left to tell you. And that is where we begin.
Yeah, Birdman, yeah!
Alright, so we're all becoming were-ravens.
No.
Barbos,
Going nowhere.
the dice thing you got me perfectly works with my turtle dice color-wise.
My what?
Very
Wild
cool.
shapes
Thank you,
dice, one
Barbos.
fourth?
You're a really cool pal.
Because if I'm doing it right,
Maybe
mine's
more?
1/2, right?
Maybe we can be
Because
more
it's
than
your
pals.
druid level
I'm
divided
sorry,
by
sorry,
3.
never mind.
Is that what it says?
I don't know. I fucking
Well,
googled it.
Okay.
you're a moon druid, so it's a little different.
You get
Yeah,
something
I li-
special.
I looked it up and it says at level 5. Nope, wrong one. Sorry.
Curse of the Moon.
It says, yeah, Circle of the Moon's druid maximum challenge rating is equal to their druid level divided by 3. Rounded down.
Yeah.
At level 4, I get 6 beasts with a max CR of 1/2.
Yeah, that's what mine says.
But you should have a little bit more. It might be on your page,
Wait a minute.
like under features and traits.
It'll be under features and traits for Moon Druid.
Yeah, right here. It doesn't show anything. It just says.
I think you're on manage character right now, I think.
Okay, go to your seat.
There's a little button on the top right, yeah.
Shani, can you show me how to use the microwave? I don't understand.
Yeah, shut up. Looks like a Mario Toad. No, I'm just playing.
Kind of.
Where is it?
You're right.
Features and traits. Mine's by Wild Shape, but I use the app because I'm based.
I'm gonna get the app.
The app is from
I always try to
Whoa!
freaking do this.
You hear
we
that,
did
viewers?
it. We converted another
Our
one.
sponsor for
I'm doing
today.
it.
You'll
right
never
now.
get me alive.
Nevin says you're right though, so 1/2.
I'll feign death
I am
before it
right?
happens.
Okay. Why am I doing this then?
What is this
Well,
Nevin
you can
doing?
still pick some new forms,
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do.
and you can
But
swap
what
out.
I'm saying is, like, I don't know why I'm looking. this
Jasper
up
had a really
if I
cool
was
idea.
right.
Hmm.
There's one form you gotta keep.
Is there anything I can't have? Because there's some weird
Alligator.
ones that I saw one that
She
was a
can't
crab.
switch
I
one
was
for
like,
A
I'm gonna-
crab?
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, okay.
Crabs.
Okay.
She can what?
I mean, as
Well,
long
she
as,
can't
as long
Switch
as
forms
it's
you
a
already have.
beast.
She just gets to add 2.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So, Jasper's very excited because of a certain animal that we all have access to now.
Yeah, we all have access to every single one of us.
Yeah. Nope.
I mean, if you didn't have access.
It'd be really fucked up if you didn't have access to a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 out of 5 of us can get horses.
Yeah.
I can.
I
I
can.
personally can, yeah.
So,
He sings.
as you hold this amulet, this sunburst amulet, you're able to feel the power it holds. You aren't attuned to it yet, but you can just. It's almost like the weight of this power is there in it. You see as Erwin looks out over all of you. He's turned back into his human form. So, a few last things I want to settle, and then you can be on your way. Finish whatever it is that keeps you in Vallaki. I know you've probably got many things to do. I'm sure my father probably asked you for a few favors. He can be a right codger that way. Regardless. So, the Keepers of the Feather, over the years, as I'm sure you can assume, our numbers have quite diminished. There's less than 6 of us here in Vallaki. Most of them are usually here, in raven form, around the building, or down in the tap room in their human forms. But they keep secret, and they keep to themselves. I'm not going to reveal them. I'll tell them about you. They can reveal themselves if they wish to. I wish to, not to make any loose ends.
Of course.
There is one that I will tell you about, though. A woman named Muriel. Usually, she's keeping watch at Perez. But I had her tell you during your trip to the Wizard of Wines, both to and fro, to make sure nothing happened, and to report back to me about the goings-on. That's how I know my family is safe. And that's how I know you did a mighty fine job. Now, with that, Muriel, earlier today, what?
Sorry, this is Zane speaking. I know exactly what she's going to bring up.
Hopefully not.
Muriel told me that you let that druid go.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm not going to doubt you. She wasn't close enough to tell me exactly what you were talking about, but letting that druid go, well, just what did that druid tell you? Why did you let them go? I just want to know.
Cricket.
Well. Oh, you want to go
Oh,
first?
I was gonna speak up. We were trying to get information about it because your father mentioned how over time each of the gems of the Wizard of Wines has been lost.
Oh, I assumed as such, given that they stopped shipping it. Sorry to hear, though.
And he knew that the druids most likely took one of them. We were trying to get info, and a deal was made, a plead that if she told us where one of the gems were, that we would spare her.
Did she tell you?
Yes, she did, and we know where it's at.
Do you? What's stopping her from going back to Yester Hill and
Nothing.
moving it?
It seems like it's by a tree of sorts. So it's there for a purpose.
Well,
Don't
of
like
course. I doubt they took it for no reason. Listen. I doubt that one druid is going to deal that much damage. But mercy is hard to come by here in Barovia, and that's for a reason. It won't be repaid. If that gem is where she told you it was, they've probably moved it. I'm just going to tell you that now. Regardless, I won't tell Adrian and I won't tell Elvia. It was your choice to make. I disagree with it, but I understand the desire to be good. Sometimes your hands are tied. Regardless, I had Muriel earlier this morning, after the horrible trial of Henrik and Milovage. When they sent Milovage out by the shores of Lake Zarvich, well, I sent her out with a bag of supplies for the boy. Of course, the burgomaster says we weren't supposed to help him, but, screw him.
Yes.
She came back and told me she didn't reveal herself to the boy, merely left the supplies. It'll probably be quite the mystery for him. But she told me he was okay. He had started a fire and pitched a camp nearby the shore at the edge of the as Father Druid. I tell this to you because I'm not sure for how long the boy will be okay for. Muriel has been sent back to Beres. She needs to keep an eye on the bog. And I need my were-ravens here in Vallaki. I can't spread us too thin. If you wish to check on the boy, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but it's your choice. It's not a ways away, but it's not close either. And of course, they'll be shutting the gates soon.
Of course.
It's your choice. Now,
Well,
with that, I urge you to use what I've given you well. When the time comes, the Keepers of the Feather will be by your side. And if anything goes awry in Vallaki, we will try and help you. But of course, don't speak of this to anybody. If word of our existence gets to the ears of you-know-who, that will be it. Done deal.
of course.
Over. That is, of course, if he doesn't already know about us. But regardless, I thank you.
Of course. Do you think perhaps your father would be willing to take in the boy?
Lavage?
Maybe for work?
Well, you must understand that the Marchikov family is a family of were-ravens. If Davian were to take him in, it would mean revealing our secret to the boy. I can ask my brothers, and they can ask my father. I'll see what he has to say, but I won't give you a conclusive answer yet. Although my father has been known to be merciful, we were-ravens tend to be, but I can't guarantee.
Of course. Well, alright.
Well, I'd like
That was the end of the cutscene.
more information about becoming a were-raven, like you told us.
Are you really considering it?
Well, I'm very connected to nature as is. It
Well-
wouldn't be much of a change.
I extended the offer. I did so, not thinking any of you would accept. If you were to undergo the transformation, I think it's something that I would have to run by my father, just like
Oh.
the boy. But I'm sure he trusts you enough to say yes. The only problem is, you're running in direct opposition to Strahd von Zarovich. I'm sure that you'll have some run-ins with him in the future. At least, based on what you've told me.
The last thing we'd want to do is implicate you.
You won't be implicating me, but I guarantee you, if the man sees you turning into a were-raven, he's smart, he'll connect the dots, and Strahd von Zarovich, there are legends he can charm people with just a glaze. Sorry,
He's mugging.
not a glaze.
Just a glance.
Charm people with just a gaze.
Gaze.
Stop.
That's powerful.
I fear that if he did so, you could reveal us.
Okay, so probably not.
I merely am explaining to you the risks.
Makes the risk sound scary, though.
Everything's scary to you.
Everything is scary here.
Here's what I'll tell you. Us were-ravens are quick. Of course, we can transform into, as you saw me before, but there's more to it. We can transform completely into ravens. The ravens that are oftentimes perched outside on the roof of the Blue Water, those are were-ravens, hiding in secret amongst the rest of the raven population of Barovia. And so, that would be a tool at your disposal. You'll find yourselves inclined to give to the poor, and yet also, sometimes, to covet bits and bobs, little knickknacks every now and again. Anything shiny, you'll probably want to keep. It's just a byproduct of were-raven lycanthropy. But, of course, in those forms, you will be able to fly. It's quite fun, I tell you. If you haven't done it already, that is. I'm sure you've done many miraculous things. But as I said,
Yeah. You've never
I fear that Strahd could use your being as a were-raven as a way to get at us, potentially. But I'll ask my father, and if he trusts you, I will extend it. Of course, it'll be nothing more than a prick, but it'll work.
Is it a
I
curse?
wouldn't change him much. He's already a little prick.
Damn.
What?
All of lycanthropy could be considered a curse. But of course, unlike werewolves, we control our transformation. We are not beholden to the full moon.
Well, there's no benefit without a cost, I'd say. Any downsides?
The downsides are what I told you.
Strahd.
I suppose a change in nature?
I
I might have missed it.
I fear that being a lycanthrope may be more of a drastic change than you're understanding it to be. But if you believe yourself ready, and as you said, your druidic nature connecting you to magic, then, as I said, I will extend it to you after my father has given me the go.
Well,
If you wish.
if you do go through with it, I'd love to study. Need some more information.
We need to try everything once, except for most things.
All right.
If that is all and you have no more questions, I'll follow you down to the tap room. I'm sure my brothers have already done quite a good job installing the new kegs. You guys to leave. Opens the door.
I'll try everything once, except
What do you want
most
to do?
things.
Probably just follow.
Follow him.
Follow him out.
Where am I boarding at?
I'm a warden.
So, you all follow Erwin back down to the tap room. And as you do so, walking down the stairs, you hear a bustle. As you exit, you hear the bustle of sort of voices and the murmur of people down. You hear the door open and shut as more people enter. And you're not down there yet, but you look over the balcony, and all of a sudden you hear from the bar that you can't see where you are, you hear, "What?" And you just hear that sound. And then silence, and you see Erwin standing at the foot of the stairs. He says, "What? What's the meaning of this?" And you all, what do you all do?
Going down
Can I
there?
see?
Yeah.
Can we see you?
Standing at the stairs, you see Erwin sort of moves to let you through. You see a man. You've actually spoken to this man before when you first entered the Blue Water Inn. He is a man who is bald, has a large beard, looks a lot like your dad actually, garbed in sort of leathers and pelts.
This guy better be a good guy.
And he's standing at the bar. He's gotten up, has his bow and arrow drawn, and it's aimed right at the head of the blonde-haired nobleman with slightly pale skin, a blocky face, garbed in noble blue and white attire, who is sitting at the bar. He's holding a wine glass, and he's just like,
Oh my god.
he's just like, "What did you say?" And you see Danica's like, "Soldar, calm down. What's the meaning of this?" He says, "Say it, bastard!" He says, Erwin's like, "Say what? Again? Sorry. Tell me your name." "My name? Oh, yes. Vasily von Holtz. My name is Vasily von Holtz." And you see everyone at the bar is just like, or everyone in the tavern just suddenly like, people are already looking, but now they're just like. He looks at Danica.
Don't we remember a name Von Holtz?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy who let the vampires in.
Yep.
What?
What?
Oh.
He's the guy who.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
He's the guy who made a deal with the old man.
Would you like me to jog your mind?
Was I here?
I think he needs.
No, you weren't here. Oh yeah, actually, can you repeat it to him?
No, you weren't here.
No, he was sick.
Yeah, but he's the one confused.
He's the one that wasn't near the vampires. I was the
Even-
session after.
Oh, okay.
It was like back to back.
Actually, I don't think I was here. Can you jog my memory?
When you interrogated Henrik Vandervoort, he said that a man named Vasily von Holtz came to him with good business if he did what he asked, harbored the vampires, and found a way to steal the bones. His name was Vasily von Holtz. You see as Erwin says, looks over to sort of a man garbed in a hood. "Go get some guards." Guards, whatever do you need guards for? And he just says, you stay right there. Are you all doing anything?
I'm okay with
The
this.
hooded figure leaves.
Well, this guy stirred up a lot of trouble. I see nothing wrong here. Just
So you're doing nothing.
Hold on, we gotta think.
Oh boy.
careful not to lose that arrow, boy.
I'm trying to see real quick.
Do you say that?
I'm thinking that. Well, should I? Nah. No point in getting too involved right there.
Best way to play D&D. Never get too involved.
Oh my god.
Just let
I get
everything
scorned
happen
for my
around
mistakes,
you.
but I never get complimented for my successes.
Just let everything happen around you. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't even know who I'm at. I guess I'll ask Erwin. What do you guys know him by? I'm doing the voice. I'm doing the voice again. I don't care.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that in my life. You see, Erwin's just getting closer. He says, "Slow down. Just keep the arrow on him." Everyone in the tower is just sort of sitting, waiting, looking to the door. You see Rictavio is just riding an ass load. You see that as you came down, he was looking at this, but now he's looking at all of you, and he's looking at Erwin.
The
And he's-
nobleman?
Huh?
The nobleman's looking at all of us?
No,
No.
Rictavio.
Okay,
Oh.
sorry.
Rictavio.
Tom.
And he's just writing down a lot. And then just sort of sitting, watching the door, writing. There's a very concerned look on his face.
He's the gossip.
Okay. Then the
It's
guy.
on my blog.
I'm gonna talk to John Sherlin. I won't get close,
Damn
but I'll kind of like be at a distance. Why are you holding him at arrow point?
What do you mean, why am I holding him at arrow point? You know perfectly well why. You were there during the execution. This man is Vasily von Holtz, Burgomaster Say, enemy of Valaki. He was responsible, partially at least, for attack with vampire spawn. You know this. You were there. I heard you speak up.
I'd say more I almost took his voice, sorry.
I'd say he's more directly responsible, personally. But
Yes, me too. I believe so.
What
He's
is
staying here. I keep arrow trained on him.
What
He
is
not move at all.
he doing
don't
here?
you think it's a little odd that he'd waltz right into the town he assailed?
I'm not sure.
Maybe we could get information off him.
Something seems a little fishy about this.
Talk to him if you want. He's staying right here.
Sounds like
Okay.
a
Guards
plan.
are on their way.
I'm gonna come over. I don't know if any of you follow me, but I'll get
Yeah.
close
I'll
enough to
follow
be. Hello?
Oh,
Are you intoxicated?
he's just sort of. He's
Oh,
looking at
shit.
It's quiet. You see, Danica actually reaches over, takes the wine glass. You know, I'm really wondering why you have that arrow train on my face, sir. She says, shut your mouth. Talk to them, not me.
What
You
do you
see, there's a gentleman who's behind him. You have, Sildar, calm down. It'll be over soon. Continue. Go on.
What are you doing here?
Drinking. At least I was.
Drinking.
Yes.
Do you know who you are?
I am. He takes a moment to think. I am Vasily von Holtz.
You are. What do you do for work?
What I do for work? Travel about here and there, do bits and bobs, odds and ends, different kinds of things. Sometimes I work for the ruler of this land, Strahd von Zarvich, doing all kinds of things.
Does he pay you?
Oh yes, he does, quite generously.
Pretty well, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Why are you in town?
Because I thought I would be. Thought I should be.
Is there
Should.
perhaps a job involving this town you did recently?
Oh, of course I did. I'm sure you all know it.
Well, then I don't think asking about the arrow was very appropriate.
Sorry.
He said sorry.
I've already had enough of this.
Any more questions for me?
Sorry, leave me alone.
All right, my bad.
Any more?
I mean, why come back?
Yeah.
We don't.
You should know
we
you're
don't
probably
want
not
you in.
welcome back.
Why should I tell you this? That's my personal private business. Nothing of concern to you, strange lot.
Why aren't you leaving with threat of guards?
What? Why aren't I leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, because... And he sort of moves to go and just... There you go.
Oh, I'm sure it's a bit.
And he sort of pokes the arrow point.
Why come here if you know you're not welcome?
Oh, well, you see he's just looking everywhere. He's just like, well, I just wanted to sample the local wine.
How'd you know there was wine?
Well, because I've been to this town before.
You did. Okay.
It's a bit rich coming from me, but
What?
that sounds like nothing short of insanity.
Oh, well then, to each their own, I suppose. I'm not judging you.
All right.
Is it later in the day?
It's about 4-ish.
Yeah, gates are
it's
gonna
about
close soon.
It's close. It's close to 5 o'clock.
Okay, just stand there or stay there.
You see, he's
Oh.
perfectly clean shaven.
I am gonna try to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
Wisdom 15.
I'm gonna cast Fireball on it.
So, you cast the spell, and you see as he sort of looks at you, his pupils dilate a little bit. Oh,
It's good to see you.
Hey, he's so zen.
who are you?
You don't remember me?
Charm person makes them more susceptible to you. It doesn't
Makes them-
modify their memory.
Makes them a lot Hold on.
Friendlier.
One
That
creature
doesn't
is
mean.
friendlier to you.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that
Doesn't
they
mean
like.
he knows who you are.
Yeah, I know.
What were you saying?
I mean, I just hate for them to take you away before we know what's even going on. I mean, maybe you're not giving the full story. We can do something about this.
I'm not supposed to give the full story, my friend.
Not even to me.
Oh me.
You were so silly.
Not even to you. I wish I could, but no.
Right.
Woo! That is some good wine, mistress. Shut your mouth. Talk to him, not me.
Damn it.
So, my good friend, what were you saying? We should conclude this conversation before the gods come to get me. You see, there's just a bunch of people who are just like, oh, this guy. You see, there's a guy who's like, you know that woman who died? I knew her quite well. Just sort of looking.
Woman.
I could suggest him.
Oh, no. Just ask him why he's here again, but not to drink. That's the only answer he gave us.
Well,
You're running out of time. I think I can hear them coming.
so you're just here to drink, nothing else?
He seems like he's
Why
here
don't
to
we ask
die.
him why he gave the boy the mission in the first place?
Oh yeah. Why
The
did
boy,
you
the
give
old man.
No,
that
the old
specific
man.
I
guy?
thought it was the boy.
You know.
The old man.
He paid the old man who paid the
Are
kid.
you
Oh.
referring to, you see he looks up again, Henrik Vandervoort?
Yeah. Of everybody in town.
You see, I do what the master tells me to do. And it's as simple as that.
That's all he
And he
told
didn't
you.
say why he wanted it to go there.
Why would he? Why should he?
Uh,
Just a lapdog.
Do you? So I know you travel. So do you live in Castle Ravenloft? Is it?
Well, you could say so, yes. Yeah, you could say so. Make an insight check.
Hold on. It's pretty good. Let me see.
You have minus what? Minus
No,
3.
I don't. Not insight.
Oh, wow.
No, you ain't.
Math. 21.
Whoa.
There is just something off about everything this guy is saying. He keeps looking up as if he's creating things in his head. He's drunk, and that is obviously impeding his ability to remember things. But you almost feel like this drunkenness is purposeful. Something is off about this guy.
Well,
Of course, remember, you guys can do whatever you want.
I can suggest him if you want.
Oh,
Remember to
such
ask
shit.
questions.
What
look
is
further.
Is there anything weird on his person?
Weird
like-
on this person.
What do his clothes look like?
So he's wearing an elegant doublet of blue and white stripes. He has, it's sort of got a coughed collar. His hair is immaculate.
Ooh.
And he is cleanly shaven, like freshly shaven. His eyes are blue, and his face is blocky and stern. It's a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
You don't see anything other than maybe like a travel pouch on him. His boots are a little dirty, but other than that, there's nothing that you see on him that is strange. I will ask you, I will ask you to. You're of a noble background. Make a perception check for me.
Oh no, man. Come on, you dice, don't fail me.
They failed me.
I'm using inspiration. Did you see that, Amy? Okay.
You gotta roll them out first.
18.
18.
You're gonna break them in.
You grew up a scion of a noble house. You know the difference between those of nobility and those of non-nobility. You know the hands of a peasant, a farm worker, when you see them. This man has those hands.
Oh no. And he looks fresh, other than his hands and his
Cleanly
boots.
shaven. These are the hands of a worker. The calluses built up, just the wounds that have settled in them, the scratches. Most every other part of his body that you can see is just complete and perfect and noble, except for the hands. You can't hide his old and worn hands.
What is it? When Nevin mentioned him saying like it looks like he's making things up, I was about to ask Jared to just be like, ask him if he's really Vasily.
Vasani?
If he's really Vasily von Holtz.
Oh,
Because when Nevin mentioned, he looked like he was making things up on the spot.
Okay.
Remember, it's not a lie detector, but you know more about them.
Yeah. Are you sure that you're Vasily von Holtz?
What? Of course I am.
And then you can probably push on that with your knowledge.
With my knowledge? Oh.
Who
Well,
do you think I am?
you look very clean,
Of course.
but your hands are.
You see, like he feels his face as if he's not accustomed to this. You notice this.
Okay.
He's like moving it, like he's not used to it.
But your hands are very strange for your appearance.
Oh, what do you mean?
You look like you've had a tough line of work.
You see as the man who has the arrow, Yevgeny, show. And you see he sort of grabs the man's hand. Your hands are like mine. Of nobility he must not be. You see that? What do you mean? No. When I was young, I helped the farm hands. I wasn't a callous ruler. I hope that explains my hands. Worn and tired by true work.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Okay.
Can he roll insight, or can any of us?
I'll say that he already did roll it, and it's still the same thing.
It's just 14.
Yeah, it's
off.
Yeah.
You said 14.
Yeah. That's not gonna be good enough.
And he's drunk. He's starting to stumble.
Okay. 14.
Yeah.
It's odd. That doesn't add up. The
Yeah.
kind of wear that's in his hands, you would have to live on the farm to build that up.
I don't think you're being honest.
Well, I have no desire to continue this conversation anymore. So I think I'm going to zip it, if you don't mind. And it's about at this point that the door sort of bursts in. You see Isaac.
Oh my
Strahd.
god.
Brother.
Oh, brother!
He steps in. There's 2 guards behind him. Solda! Isaac? What's the meaning of this? What's going on? You see Erwin's just visibly on edge. Like, oh shit, he's in here.
Okay.
You see he goes up to Danica, he sort of gives her a look, he's like, just nods to her, and she immediately leaves. And she goes upstairs, and you hear her whisper, "Brom, Bray." She's searching for her kids.
Oh.
And you see Erwin sort of maneuvers himself behind the bar again, just sort of watching as everything happens. You all. Of course. Whenever something goes on in this town, you're here. What's happening? Tell me!
There's something off about this guy. He's lying.
What?
He thinks he's a nobleman, but his hands are...
You see a soul. I was like, what are you saying? This man claims to be Vasily von Holtz. The same man who the Bergen... And he's like, I know. And he walks up, pushes you. Oh, get your hands off me! And he's like, what's your name, huh? My name is Vasily.
Oh god.
And he's like, my name is Vasily von Holtz. And he's like, is it now? And you see he's sort of gripping the axe. And Erwin sort of, Isaac? Not here. And he's like, I know. And he sort of just bind his arms. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm taking you. We're gonna have a good night, you and me. He said, wait. And he sort of tosses him out the door. He lands in the mud outside. And then Isaac just walks out with the 2 guards. You see Erwin's just like, and then the door. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'll follow.
You see as Isaac sort of says something to the guard. He turns around. This is official business. Stay back. You're not to tell us.
We might be able to get something out of him, though.
You see as Isaac just turns around. Get the fuck back.
Damn.
And he just starts dragging him. Just dragging him by the feet through the mud.
She's gonna run up too.
To Isaac?
No. She's gonna run up, next to you and say, "I don't think that guy's Vasily."
Isaac stops. The guard.
I mean, why would
He has a
let
hand of
him
the peasant.
come into town, sit at a bar in a town that he almost destroyed?
That's for the burgomaster to decide. Not you.
Use the evidence you found.
I don't care about evidence. I just
And he
want to
just
do it.
Yeah,
keeps
they're
on
not.
dragging. There's like a woman who has a water jug who just sort of stops. Multiple people who are walking through the town.
He's
just begin to
talking
look and sort of-
nonsense.
Who are you saying? Who are you saying?
I'm yelling that towards them,
He just to the guards.
towards Isaac and the guards.
He's not listening. He just keeps dragging him. He drags him onto the cobblestones. He just and then he begins to drag him. It's a short distance from the blue water, and he goes around a corner. The guards look to make sure you're not following. You're not?
No.
And they go around the corner. They're going in the direction of the burgomaster's
Yeah.
I think we know where you're going.
You don't know exactly.
No.
You can guess and make any assumptions you want. There's a group of sort of townspeople who are just looking on, whispering to each other. You see as Erwin sort of rushes out. What happened?
He
Did you take him?
grabbed-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come back inside. You see there's a group of ravens. Erwin looks up to them and he's like, you see. Do you follow back inside?
Yeah.
Following back inside, you see where Tavio is gone. And you actually see just barely the colorful attire as you see him go up, walk through the balcony, and he sort of enters into a room upstairs.
Does
He's
he
in a
see-
hurry.
Oh, okay.
You do see which room he goes into, though. You see as the people who are just sitting there, you see Soldar has sort of, this man, he has his bow back around his shoulder, he's just sitting there, he's like, and he looks at Erwin. Did they take him? He says, yes, Soldar, they took him. And then he's like, everybody calm down. There's no need to be at alarm anymore. He's been apprehended. This Vasily von Holtz, I hope he will face justice. And he sort of looks at all of you. I would recommend not spreading any rumors or speaking of this anymore. We don't want to turn this into any more of a ruckus than it already is. And he's sort of, I'm going to go find my wife and children. But, well, you're welcome to do as you please. And he sort of rushes upstairs. He's in a hurry. Goes into sort of a room on this ledge of the balcony. You see that hooded figure is just looking about.
Oh my god.
What's your name?
Can I walk up to the guy with the bow and arrow?
Sure.
My dad,
What was his name again? Sorry.
John Sherland.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I?
You guess he's been referred to as Soldar.
Yeah, well.
And he's sitting next to another man with long, stringy black hair and a beard who's wearing this big sort of cowl of fur and rough skin tunics, or like animal skins that form this sort of cloak around him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sort of sitting there. I mean, I'll get you in a little image here.
Ooh, this guy's epic. Dang! He is.
Damn!
Your dad upgraded.
Hey!
Upgraded to an old white man. That saved it.
Nailed it.
Hey, man.
Him and the man next to him are just sort of talking to each other.
Hey. Sorry to bother you.
It's okay.
What was your name? I heard it quite a few times, but.
Soldar.
Soldar.
Soldarovich.
Oh, yeah, nice. My name's Audred.
This, my friend, Yevgeny Kruskin.
Evgeny. Nice to meet you guys. I was just wondering, what'd that guy do to get your attention?
Me and Yevgeny come here drink frequently. Taking and hunting. We supply this place with the woven steak that you eat. We are hunters, scouts, you see. I sit here, hear this man eyeing him with side eye. And I see he drinking wine. 3 bottles. Well, not 3 bottles, 3 glasses. Quickly like. And then suddenly I hear him tap shoulder. And he tell me, you wouldn't believe it. I've been to this town before. My name is Vasily von Holtz, but I never got to taste the local wine. It's quite sour. I see and I hear Vasily von Holtz and I think, I do not care. But then I remember earlier today what Burgomaster say about Vasily von Holtz, man who gave gold to that bastard Henrik to steal those bones, put the town at risk. And I draw arrow, knock in bow, aim at his head, right between eyes like, and I yell, I say me your name again, tell me name again. That when Erwin and you come downstairs, and that when Erwin tell, go give guard, and then you all go for interrogation. Not sure what you learned, but glad the bastard has been taken. Isaac should be able to handle it. Might be quite a spectacle. Could you imagine that? 2 executions in 2 days.
Yeah. You have very good instincts.
Yeah, I forget that happened this morning. Feels like it's been weeks.
Did he look frightened while he was drinking? Confused?
I do not know. I'm not a good people person. I don't see him.
I love this
me neither.
accent so much.
And
Well-
you see Yevgeny's like, yeah, he's not a good people person, I know. And you see he sort of like punches him hard and he's like, oh.
I think he's a good people person.
I was gonna say, he's like younger, my dad.
Well, thanks for,
I not see anything off about man other than bastard Vasily.
oh yeah. That guy sucks.
You ask questions though. Learn anything?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's just,
I was there, I know, but I wasn't listening much. I
Well,
was trying to focus on keeping arrow at
you did a
hand.
really good job.
Thank you. Yes.
You actually have really good form. How long have you been hunting?
Since I was a young boy.
doing
A young boy?
Hey, jab me up, brother.
Wow. She's just gonna keep talking about that.
You know, if you seek a guide through Borovia, me and Yevgeny could help you. We are scouts.
Oh,
It will
wow.
cost you pretty coin, but
pretty cool.
you know,
Wow. I think we'd really appreciate that. I'll have to run by their offer.
if you wish.
Yeah.
Won't lay
Fuck
down
up, man.
life for you, but
No, I wouldn't
Kinda
expect
Such
you
a
to.
loser.
I whisper that to you.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
like pretty.
I gotta go now.
look,
Thanks for talking.
of course.
Oh,
And
thanks
remember-
for,
It is foolish to travel at night. Don't do so.
I'll try not to.
Changed forms to be like
She's gonna walk away.
Alright.
Turn straight into him.
I would
It's
actually,
like you just
we
change
can
your
do
face
whatever else
Yeah.
first.
Pretty
I want to
good.
go up
Pretty
to the
good.
balcony area and go knock on
What?
Rictavio's door. Rictavio?
Richter Belmont. Oh boy.
Can I turn into a spider?
Oh shit! Don't look! Don't look! My eyes!
You can look.
Men in Black.
Look at right here.
Oh my gosh, it's the bees!
Who are you? I got
My
myself.
name is Walter Hall.
Just took the opportunity.
My name is Walter. Walter. Fortnite.
he's in.
20-foot radius. You know, the more I think about it, Jared, when was the last time you guys saw us in a battle that took place in an open enough space where fireball wouldn't literally hit every single one of us?
So, you saw him go up this balcony and approach right here. He went through that door. So you can go up the balcony as well.
Then I would go up there and I'd knock on the door.
Okay.
And I'd knock on the door and say, "Is it Rictavio?" Okay.
Rictavio.
Okay. Rictavio, it's me, Hiatus.
I'm busy.
Please, if you have a moment to talk, I'd really appreciate it.
You just hear loud. The sound of a chair. The door. A lock. It opens. You see he moves out with it, and then.
Ooh, he had something.
Oh no, he's hot.
He lived there.
What is it?
Well, it's good to see you.
Yes, sir. Very much so.
Bye.
I know you've been here a lot. You must have seen this guy come in, right?
Well, I found that curious. I've never seen that man come in here once.
Interesting.
I'm sure Erwin and Danica could tell you the same thing.
Right. Do you have any information you could share with me about this guy?
No. I don't know who he is. But, I would like to ask you what exactly you learned. You were out there talking with him, of course.
Yeah, well, we got interrupted. I felt like I was onto something. Not really.
Isaac Strahd, quite the brute. But, go on.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna look around. I don't know that it's fine to talk about this here.
He sort of looks over the balcony. Just whisper it loud, no one's gonna hear you.
Okay.
I take out my hearing aid.
Just
We're shrinking.
He says,
It's like a tiny
you know,
memory.
fine, I'll humor you. Follow me to this table. So we'll
I
talk.
love that. Just
okay.
Go ahead.
Let me in your room.
Hold on.
damn. Take him to dinner first.
What are you asking about? What are you asking about? Ask him what the guy looked like when he was walking in.
Any other questions?
Ask
Tell him
I'm
you
open.
could tell him you could use a bed and ask if you could share his.
I'm not gonna hit on him.
Why?
So, as you leave, walk down the balcony. Are you all following him? Is it just you? What are you all doing?
I'm standing. I'll just sit at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Actually, I'll just sit at a table.
Okay.
Don't want
So-
to buy anything.
All right.
I'm mulling over.
It's
what-
called rock paper scissors.
Oh wait, you already have it.
All right, I'll concede.
He leads you down around the side of the blue water. He's sort of keeping an eye out, and you see he actually sort of wait a minute, and he sort of goes back into his room. He comes out. He has an apple. He's like, follow me.
Yeah.
He walks around the side. Is it just you going? I'll ask that again. It's just you.
If anybody else wants to, but I'll.
Does anyone want to?
Well, if you ask me to go, I will, but I'm not gonna go other place.
We'll say it's just
I
him.
think it's just him. Yeah.
Leads you around the side. She sort of opens the door of the stables. There is a wagon that's parked out front around here, and you see Adrian and Elvie are actually standing inside talking to each other. And they say, "Oh, pleasure to see you. We were just making our way out. Gonna go inside, talk to our brother a bit more, get things settled. But pleasure working with you. We'll probably see each other again when you come back to the Wizard of Wines for the next shipment. Hope nothing bad happens in between then. But once again, thank you for what you did. It means a lot to me, my family, and especially Davian."
I'm gonna. Well, of course. I'm gonna come over and like. Okay. And I'm gonna say, "Are you all leaving right now?"
We are. It's nearly nightfall, and we need to get back to the Wizard of Wines as soon as we can. And you see the brother's like, "Are you sure we shouldn't stay?" And he's like,
It might be dangerous. I feel bad having you guys leave at night.
"He's right. We'll stay the night, but the night only. We'll leave at the crack of dawn. But, well, better to be safe than sorry. And they look at the two horses. Guess you'll get a rest tonight. You see they both sort of stir out of the stable.
You don't need
I'm
to
gonna
guard your
actually-
family.
I'm gonna look at the horses like slide. And go,
I just thought about that.
So,
And
you
then
see that
have to-
there are actually 3 horses in the stable now. And
So
well,
bad.
actually, it would take a little bit of time, but Adrian and
I'm
Elver
really
actually moved the
surprised.
stables, or
It's
the
like an
horses into the
accident.
stables. There is a gray mare who is, I'll say, in this stable right here, and you see that, like sort of branded on the leather of like a bridle that she has on her. There is the name Drusilla. And you see as you're talking to Adrian and Elver, Ricavio actually goes up and he's like, Drusilla! Sort of hangs the apple. And he's just like,
Holy.
So they eventually leave, and then Rictavio goes, out with it.
Okay. So what did we learn? He seemed odd, and I know that is very bland.
You'll have to specify what you mean. What do you mean odd? I'm odd.
He came out saying that his name was something
Vasily
Vanderbilt.
von Holtz.
Van Holtz.
You do well to remember the name.
Of course. I'm actually just spacing as a person. Okay.
I thought you were just really good into character.
He gave us the name, but he just didn't seem like he really was convinced either. It's like every time we'd ask him something about his life, he would look up as if he's trying to recall it, as if it's a lie. But it's not like he was trying to lie. I think he believed it, sort of. And my friend, she noticed that his hands,
The woman in armor.
yeah, the scary one.
Very scary.
Why are you
Oh,
not
she is.
yourself?
Don't worry.
She's quite
I
tall.
heard
I'll give her that.
Alright.
I had this feeling.
She noticed that his hands.
So hold on. By the looks of you, you say that this man was making it up on the fly.
Yeah, actually, but like about his entire life.
Go on.
Okay. Well, she said that his hands look like he's been working the fields his whole life. I mean, it takes years to get calluses like that, and there's no way a nobleman would be out in a field doing that.
You trust her when she says that?
Absolutely.
Why?
She's my partner. She's my partner. I mean,
How would she know?
well, I think she's from a background in which you'd remember. I don't really ask about that. She's kind of scary.
You don't scare me!
Did you see her ear twitch in the park?
But it's something that I really do think that she'd know.
As you're arm wrestling.
He has a stern look.
Oh,
He
you
actually
do
moves
that
his head a little
sneeze
bit.
thing. It's like, oh, someone's talking.
With his hand on his shoulder. Hide it. That man was not Vasily von Holtz.
I knew it.
And he just sort of
We all did.
goes to walk out.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, you'd be best to keep that information to yourself.
Ooh.
What the fuck is happening?
Vampires don't.
Does he leave?
He's about to leave.
Twilight.
Hold his hand.
Well, look, I mean,
Camille, don't leave.
Dude, don't just grab
I'm
his
not
hand,
gonna
grab
go
it like
tell
this.
him. I'm not gonna go tell him.
Can't be.
I'm not saying this because I know it. I'm saying it because I think it.
Oh.
I think it enough to where I am confident it is true. That man is not Vasily von Holtz. I would urge caution.
Well, he's gonna die tomorrow, isn't he? I mean, that seems like how things go around here.
He might. I'm not sure there's much you can do about that. I'm not sure it matters now. What matters is that someone wants you to think Vasily von Holtz is dead. For whatever reason. And
Is-
by you, I think you can infer who I mean.
Yeah, I think so. We don't really say that.
Strahd! I mean Strahd!
Right, yeah.
Son, if you don't use your brain around here, it's gonna get bludgeoned in quite quickly.
Look,
You need to start thinking. And he sort of
That's what
there's
you
this sudden sternness that comes out, and then you see make an insight check.
Oh. That's how I get him. 15.
15. This sudden sternness comes out, and then he stops, and you just. You need to be careful around here, okay?
Yeah, of course.
You need to be. Use your head, okay? Because if you don't, it's going to get cut off real quick. Right?
It's like Gordon Ramsay.
Well, and you see it's like suddenly back in character.
An idiot sandwich.
Well then, I'm going to go to my room and I'm going to practice. And I'll try and make an appearance at the likely execution tomorrow. Regardless though, remember what I've told you. And tell your friends if you must. Try and tell no one else.
I get it.
Best to keep things close to the chest, and remember, you might not even be able to trust them. And then he leaves. And he actually gives Drusilla one last pat before he leaves. You see there's sort of a whinny behind you
Fueling his schizophrenia.
from one of the other horses, the dark-haired horse. A snort. And like sort of clopping of the hooves.
When he leaves, he's just gonna stand there, look at the horses. Goodness. I mean, right?
They just sort of
Clutches your pearls. Oh, what?
And then I'll come back to meet up with you guys.
And that's how I saved the day.
Well, when you put it that way, I can't disagree.
It's an interesting story.
Guys, I just
Yeah.
had the weirdest encounter with the little bard.
You all watch as Rictavio enters in before you do and goes back up to his room.
Yeah. Well, you tell us your story first. She had quite the yarn to spin, but
I would love to hear that.
in a sec.
I'm gonna get really close to you guys. He says that he doesn't think that man is telling the truth.
We knew that.
Well, yeah, but he thinks it too.
Oh,
And he said I need to use my head more.
yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
We all agree on
I
that.
think we, unfortunately, all
So
agree.
it's not a
You have your moments.
You're ginger.
Little one, you're great.
Okay, that's
That's about as far as it goes.
You're like,
Anyway.
that was so
What do you mean by that?
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. It's
So
like,
you're saying,
it's like, wait, is that weird?
You're saying he has the same.
I feel like you have this weird
Yes, what
genetic
else
going
would
on
I-
right
It's
now.
like that one audio where it's like, oh yeah, this, and he's like necrophilia. He's like, necrophilia.
Well, he clearly knows a lot about this. And he got very serious for a moment. There's something personal with this. I mean, he keeps track of everything, it seems, that happens in this tavern. So,
Let's sneak into his room.
I
No,
want to sneak into his room.
it's a man's
He
court.
writes everything in the book. I'm sure he has everything written in there.
But he
Oh,
told us.
it's a funny thing. You get it. He has a horse.
What?
I might just go ask.
Oh!
I mean, I don't really know exactly what he does, and I doubt the horse does either.
I forgot horses can read common.
What?
I don't know that they can.
They
Ask.
can't.
Oh. Yeah, nobody taught him.
Anything.
Mama's calling.
It's not common that a man's going to be speaking his thoughts aloud, especially not loud enough
So-
for a horse to hear.
Why are we getting this information?
Can't hurt to try.
Of course.
It might help us. I mean, maybe he knows more and he's not willing to share it.
Then, I guess that's true.
He's a
if
nice
our,
enough guy.
if
We're
our
not
other
gonna hurt
druid
him.
friend decides to stop hanging out on the tavern stairs, maybe we can have a full group conversation about this.
She's talking to her friends.
She's writing a letter.
Yeah, but
To her
she's
mom.
talking to herself over there, talking to that
No.
brick of hers. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Did you not know what I was doing?
No, I don't. Then yeah. Go speak to horses. Or horse.
I mean,
I keep wanting to think it's horse, right?
I'll probably do
Am I
that
wrong?
later. I'll do that later tonight when nobody's awake to see me talk to horses.
Horse.
Oh, like when?
New
Oh,
plural.
well,
Is
we're
it
going
gonna
to
be
bed.
weird
New
seeing you
plural.
walk in on
Unlock.
horses on?
Guys, for every time you refer to them as horses instead of horse eye, I will cast Firebolt right at you.
Okay. Well,
What are you all doing?
What is our plan? What do we do next?
It's as good a lead as any.
Once we find this information, what are we gonna
I'd
do?
like to stop and make mention that the most progress we've made here is when we take unsavory attitudes. When we broke into the grave robber or into the coffin maker's home, for example.
I barely
Sometimes-
remember that.
Well played.
But, for example, there are times where we may need to, perhaps, tip our morals a little bit.
He's
I don't know.
guy.
You're right. You're
No,
absolutely
you're
right. But the coffin maker hadn't done us any wrong at the time. Simply put, sometimes we may need to hold our morals back for a little bit.
Can I steal some apple
Well-
juice?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, for example, I still disagree with the choice of the druid, but I support our group decisions. Just know that breaking into the bard's home isn't the worst idea. Into his room.
You guys are weird. I mean, how we even get through? It's not like any of us.
He
There's
never.
lots
we
of
just
ways
get
to go
in.
in. There's lots of ways to sneak in undetected.
He's always
I'm just
here.
proposing it as something that shouldn't be written off.
You hear a door open. Upstairs.
Ooh.
You see Rictavio walking out again. He looks down at all of you, walks downstairs, sits at the bar. Words are exchanged between him and Danica if you're not listening too closely. He sits there for a little bit longer. Eventually she comes out with a large, what looks like just slab of something wrapped in thin paper. He says, "Thank you." Sort of lays down some coin. Takes it,
Lunch.
beckons at all of you, and then leaves.
Farewell.
Well, I don't think he could be that bad of a guy
I'm not saying he is.
if he's lodging with a bunch of ravens.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
it's
he
his
is.
might have information.
Regardless,
He writes everything down in that book.
information is incredibly important, and I have a hard time believing any should be.
And what information do we want?
I'm not sure, but
Anything is useful at this point.
if our friend believes that we should pursue this route, I'd say a bit more information is important.
I should have asked him about Lady Walked. Don't we need dirt on her still?
Yeah.
Hey, shh. Don't be yelling, man.
Sorry,
What's
I got
that he
excited.
said about dirt?
I got excited.
There are people sitting not too far away.
Okay.
Alright. Well, for now,
How do we do that?
We can just.
what do we do?
Okay, well, if we're going to discuss this probably later on.
We'll look more into this matter later. For now, one step at a time.
Okay.
What should we do next? We still have a shipment of wine to take care of, and we still have our friend trapped under Isaac's fist.
Well, it's nighttime.
We
We
need to
can't
get-
go out.
We need to get the girl.
Well,
Why don't we
To
just
go?
have a rest?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
that's long term. We need to get the dirt first, and then, you know, the rest.
There's also that boy.
The boy.
Luvage.
Oh yeah.
Well, him.
Oh, that's.
Well, he's not. He said he's not too far out.
We can't go
Well-
outside right now. We're about to close the gate.
No, they're closing the gate soon.
You said it's 4 o'clock. They close the gate at dark or dusk.
Which is roughly what time, Nev?
I'd say it's nearing 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
What are we
Sun
gonna?
is definitely setting about close
He's
to
gonna
now.
die out there alone.
well.
We've been told many times not to be out at night.
True. Well,
There's probably high likelihood that if he's
Right.
out there by himself at night,
He's gonna die.
You see Danica moves behind the bar. She lays down a ring of 5 keys. Actually, excuse me, it'll only be 3 keys. These are keys to your room. You're going to be separated a little bit. We have 2 rooms of 2 beds and then 1 room of 4 beds. Divvy it up how you please, but she points out which keys go to which room. Take whichever keys you need, but those rooms are yours. So far, our only guest as of yet is that man you met, Rictavio. I don't imagine there'll be many other people staying at the Blue Water, so you'll have the run of your rooms. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Hmm.
That's nice.
And of course,
Yeah.
you ever need a warm meal, we'll make it for you.
much
He's
appreciated.
very
Thank you.
kind.
I appreciate
And
it.
she actually has Erwin, he sort of comes out and sets down this sort of plate of wolf steaks, and he's like, on the house.
Are you serious?
Yes, of course.
She's gonna immediately start eating.
Him and his brothers are actually sitting at the bar. He goes back and he just sort of starts talking to them.
Well, fine.
You gonna eat that?
Dude, she's all like she spits out the bone.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I owe you one, man.
She's like Tom and Jerry just the bone.
To a whole T-bone steak.
So,
Well, at this time of day. Damn it, I'm sorry.
He did it.
should we go?
I'd say we can certainly make it to the boy before dark, but where we take him,
I mean,
for me, he's currently top of my mind. A boy.
I will say this is that I think I do have a spell that could potentially ward us in the night. We know how we've been told how dangerous it is, but I think I have a spell that has potential that could potentially ward us during the night.
Is that
Let
so?
us rest.
How?
What is
Can I see it? May I see it?
Well, I don't exactly have a spell book like you do that
You mean
to know
rocks?
it down.
Yeah, what's going on
Yeah,
with that?
yeah. How
I've
does
seen
work?
it.
It's basically a protective dome that after I cast it, let's say not really many things can go in or out of it.
I've heard of this
Okay.
one.
Interesting. That's good enough
What's
for
his
me.
name?
And
Leomond?
after I cast it, it should last until dawn.
Then we should go with the boy.
It's a
Yeah, where are
Who's
we
the one who
gonna
wrote
go?
it? His name was Leomond,
You
right?
just said we have a dog.
Yes,
It's a tiny hut.
exactly.
So we're just
Wow.
gonna
I
stay
think that's
Yeah,
yes.
we're gonna
It
stay
is
outside,
a
I guess.
tiny hut.
So, to give you perspective, you have a map. Don't be afraid to look at it. Don't be afraid to ask me.
Can you bring it up?
Yay, map.
I'm the map.
It is less than half a mile to the shores of Lake Zarvich.
Oh, dude.
You are right here. Lake Zarvich is right there.
Yeah. Like
So-
we're like literally right next to him.
So, for context, guys, let me just say this. I can summon a phantom steed that travels 13 miles in an hour, and he's half a mile away.
Oh yeah, but he can't come back here,
Yeah,
True.
you can't.
and we have nowhere to take him.
Potentially, we could take him.
We can keep him alive another night.
True.
Yeah.
And a day is
Which
a
is
long time in
a good thing.
Barovia.
That's what we could maybe keep him alive and then sort of point him towards the way of the Mardikovs.
Or Crest, they're in the same
Yeah,
direction.
Just like basically just help him at least survive the night so he can get somewhere and not die basically.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I want to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I've been carving this bad boy for a while. I'll show you guys Phantom Steed.
It's
And
right
I'm-
there.
Huh?
We just walk. We're walking.
Reversing. I never showed you that.
So how long is it gonna take us to get there?
Take about 50 minutes.
50?
15.
Okay,
50.
I think
then we'll start.
if we go now, we can get there right before they start closing the gates.
Should we still take these keys?
Do you think we'd make it back in time?
No.
30 minutes total?
Well, the thing is,
Well,
we're
He
not.
can't.
We're not going
He
back.
can't come back.
Oh, right. We don't. Doesn't matter. Well, I suppose we should.
I wanted to talk to the horses.
You still can.
Do we have time?
We could.
I don't need to wait for this one.
I would say you could talk to her.
Just go really fast.
Well, they're gonna leave tomorrow morning.
You can talk to him now if you'd like, but Just
You-
make it-
It would only have to be a few questions though.
well,
That's
to be
okay.
fair, it doesn't matter
Just
how.
hurry.
But his
Okay.
thing takes 10 minutes, so.
No, I can just instantly cast it for a spell slot.
If we're about to long
Do you
rest,
wanna wait?
well, we're about to long rest.
I don't mind.
Like, probably. Hopefully.
I can use a wild shape to make a first level spell slot.
That's such a cool
he
ability.
can either ritual cast it, which takes longer, or just use the spell slot
Oh,
to
I know.
cast it.
But my thing is I don't know if we are long resting.
That's a good point. There's no guarantee.
I'll take the chance. I like talking to horses. okay.
It's
Okay.
what-
Then I'll be
it's
back,
what
and I'm
he
gonna.
would do.
She's
so
gonna follow
he's
you.
Doing it.
You're gonna come
Talk
with?
to horses. Yeah,
Okay.
I see talk to horses.
Well, we're all going
Should-
outside.
Like,
We're just
comedic.
we're gonna have to wait for you before we go.
This is
So
No, I
comedy
feel like-
gold.
Should we head should we head to go find Melavage first, and while he accompany him?
true.
Yeah, sure.
True.
Yeah.
We'll get a head start.
We'll
You'll
meet up
catch
with you
up with
guys.
Okay.
No, I'll protect him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
you're
sure you want to stay?
You know the way, of course, right? Actually, should we Maybe we should ask the Mardikovs to like lead us there. Like, be like, hey, can she, the crow, or Raven, can she like kind of direct us where we're supposed to go?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't she already leave to somewhere else?
Maybe.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she already left.
Then we'll just have to find him.
Yeah, well,
The old-fashioned way.
I mean,
Well,
it's on
how
the
many
shore,
fucking
we just
fires are
walk.
gonna be out there on
Yeah.
the beach? So, I hope.
Okay, so you guys are gonna get a head start going there, and then we're gonna stay back
And
the
talk
thing
to horses.
And talk to horses.
How many of us are going? Wait, where's
In the
Amy
party?
going?
Yeah, for now, it's like
I'll tell you, that is usually a very bad idea. You can do it if you'd like, but typically in D&D, you stay together.
okay. Then maybe we should just wait.
Well, I'll wait for you.
I'll make it quick. I only have a few things. I
Because
wanna
I
ask.
mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because
It-
the doors are
yes.
closing. The worry was
but-
getting there and back.
But still, I feel like it should not be a full conversation. Is there just a few questions and then?
Well, you think we got 2 minutes till the door closes? I think we got like 10 or 15.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk very long. D&D time's different. Okay, so we're going to the horses.
You are? All of you? Or just you?
All of us, I
I
guess.
say, we're all just gonna let
You
him
guys
do
can
this.
wait outside if
It's
you
like
want,
waiting at the
but-
gas station. We're just gonna let him do this and then head on out.
Okay. So, you make your way to this table, enter inside, you see all three of the horses. It is fairly dark in here, but there is a lantern lit at this time of day, sort of providing a dim veneer over this old and aching wood
A
that
lantern?
creaks in this place.
At
You
this
enter
time of
inside.
day.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna use Wild Resurgence to use a wild shape to get a level 1 spell slot. And I'm going to instantly cast with that spell slot, Speak with Animals on myself.
So, you cast Speak with Animals, and you say what?
Final Fantasy 7.
So I'll cast it on myself. I'm
Material.
looking at the 2 horses that I've spoken to.
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yes!
Alright.
You see, this
He's gonna
is
get raptured by
the
his
lighter-haired horse.
And he's gonna be here the whole night.
Went for freedom.
I was about to
Oh,
say
we're
it's
doing
a
something.
freedom.
Oh, the
voice.
genius.
I know. I
Yes,
know.
we hear
I was
you.
referencing like the
What
opening
do you
scene
wish
where it
to
has like the
speak to us?
materia.
We only have a few minutes,
It's like logo
really.
opening.
So I'm gonna make it a little quick, if that's okay.
And you see one of the other horses behind him says, "Wait, if you can hear his brother, if you can hear us, what's of her?" And they sort of look. Drusilla, can you hear the man? And she says, "Yes, I can."
I'm gonna be very awkward, hello.
Hello,
This is the part where I kill you.
Sorry, just a moment.
what's your name?
Hiatus.
That's a funny name.
That is.
You know,
And he's gonna walk over to that horse now.
the problem with him speaking
nice.
horses, I can't tell if he's
Are you-
like droning
Yeah,
on or.
what does he sound like? Does he just speak in common?
He's just speaking in common.
Oh.
They can understand.
Oh, so
Okay,
no.
so we
what
can
does
tell
the
that he's
conversation-
yapping.
So it's just neighing in response.
No,
No, he's quite literally
He's speaking
No,
common.
he's speaking common, but the horses are neighing.
they're
And,
just
like-
kind of like making animal noises.
They're going.
Okay.
So,
So
we can tell that he's yapping.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hear everything he's saying.
I thought, you're with Rictavio, yes?
Yes.
Well, he's a good guy, isn't he?
Oh yes.
You like him?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
He gives me apples.
I.
That's a good laugh, eh?
Yes.
I like this one.
He gives me apples every time, 2 times a day.
I'm so happy.
1 in the morning, 1 at night. You were just in here with him.
He's a good friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
You're dragging.
Look,
him.
you seem like a very nice horse.
Oh, that's so nice of you to
So-
say.
Is there anything you can tell me about him? Like, I haven't seen him in a long time. and-
Oh, well, I helped him drive his carriage. And I know there's something really crazy inside, but I never saw it myself. I know that he feeds me 2 apples a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. I know that he can play his instrument, but he's
Man,
not
we gotta
very
go soon.
good.
Oh,
Don't tell him I said that.
I won't.
He's a pretty good rider, and I also know that
Okay,
he found me at a carnival.
Look, okay, so that's fantastic. you not get hungry during the middle of the day? Anyway,
I have hay here. The
yeah,
apples are a special treat.
they are.
The ones that she gets once in the morning and once
You
at
see
night.
one of the horse, he's like, apples. I would very much like an apple juice. How do I acquire such apples? And she says, I don't know. Maybe I can ask Octavio to get you one.
It's complicated.
God.
Look, okay, so the carriage, right? I mean, you've pulled it for a long time, yeah?
Oh yes.
And there's something crazy inside?
I mean, it feels crazy. It moves around sometimes, but I'm not sure what it is. I know Octavio has it under control though.
Oh, well, of course. Right.
He hasn't had it for long though. He got it before we came to this place, this dark place. But I've been in the stable most of the time.
Where's the carriage then, if you're in here?
Carriage? I think we parked it. I saw a big sign. I think it said Erisek Stockyard. That's where he did it.
That's where the
It
guy
has
tried to rip
writing
me
on the
off.
side. It says, I will bring you from shadow into light. It's very dramatic. He made it himself.
Of course he
I
did.
think on the other side it says Octavio's Carnival Wagon of Wonders, something like that.
Well, thank you very much. It was great talking to you. I'll let him know that you've been a very good horse.
Oh, maybe another apple. And you see, Drusilla, I want to know how to acquire such food.
I'm gonna walk back over to... Okay, so, sorry,
Hiatus.
a lot of things on my mind. I thought of... You were watching him, he's like frantically, and you can't hear the other
This is
side.
entertaining.
You see
Oh
the other
my
horse,
God.
the darker haired horse behind is like, Hiatus, have you come to a decision?
I have.
You
That's
see the other, have you come to a decision?
on many things. So,
Oh my
names.
God.
I think you should be Freedom, and you should be Hay.
What?
Freedom.
What are you
you
talking
get it?
about?
Hey.
Hang on.
Brother, what do you think of this name, Freedom? He says, I don't like it, brother. What do you think of the name Hay? He says, I don't like it, brother, not one bit. He says,
Actually,
and you see, he's like, I like the name Freedom very much. And he's like, I like the name Hay very much. And they're just sort of like,
They switched
brother,
The-
from now on, my name is Hay. You will refer to me as Hay. He says, brother, I will do no such thing.
so Hay wants Freedom, and Freedom wants Hay.
No, they both want each other's name that you gave them, but they both don't like each other's names.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're just.
Anyway, other than that, I did come to a decision. I mean, I couldn't just leave without telling you. I think.
I like Freedom.
Did you tell her about? Yeah, you did. Okay.
She could hear us, Hiatus. That's how voices work.
I know, but did you tell her about the question we had?
Oh, no, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should.
Brother, did you tell her? No.
Okay. Later then. We'll do that later.
We have to have this as like an
Um,
animation bit.
Dude.
I think I go for the hay, and then turn around with a handful of hay and go my way to Freedom.
Brother, did you think of this? Brother, no, I didn't. That's quite the answer. You are an intelligent being. Smarter than any we have ever met, Hiatus. What an answer.
He
That is what all
brimming
beings
with
should do.
joy.
What are you talking about?
How
Hey.
clever of you.
Thank you. And it was amazing talking to you. We do have to get going.
A shame, but be on your way.
I will let your owners know about the apples.
Ah, please.
Maybe some apples in your near future. If I
You
see you again.
it just like salivating.
Okay,
They're doing that
thank you guys.
You want to give him a good berry?
I'll turn back to you. Oh, nobody.
You were all in the stable?
I was the only one in the stable.
Okay.
It's just you watching me frantically talk
You
about horses.
see the giant black eyes of Drusilla are just like just locked onto you.
Okay, so I did learn. You
Why are
okay?
you looking at me like that?
It's fine.
She looks at you.
There's something wrong with her.
I'm gonna come over and
I
whisper.
don't like her.
Do you fancy her?
Oh my God.
Okay.
What do you mean fancy? You gotta-
I'm whispering to the horse.
Whoa.
First of all,
First.
Don't sass me.
Okay. Well,
No.
you don't like him.
I mean, I don't know much about her.
Right.
She can.
Naturally. Okay. I'm sorry. I've got to get going.
No,
Bye.
this is
All right. I'll turn on computer.
Competition
Okay.
is
So-
Let's go.
That's great.
this horse has seen this stable for days now. Sees 2 new people and is fixated on this new person she hasn't gotten to talk to yet.
So
Oh my god.
I'll come out. I assume you'll come out too with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually did learn something. I had a great conversation with them.
We've been gone for a couple of minutes. The
Yeah.
door's closed about an hour ago.
Let's talk and walk.
Oh yeah. Talk and walk. So maybe we'll
Quiet.
Do we make our way out?
Where?
Towards Mellify.
This way. East side.
get wherever did he give us directions as to which side?
Towards this way?
Well, we
You-
know.
well,
no.
Wait, damn it! I'm sorry. The map is. I'm used to north being the top of a map.
Well, no, we know what
It is
gate he
south of
left from.
That's
Yeah,
true.
the east side, didn't he?
So then we'll.
Or west side because the map's backwards.
There are 3 gates. This gate, you see, 2 Lake Zarovich. This is literally called the Zarovich Lake. Or the Zarovich Gate.
Well, then we'll go that way.
That one.
That is where you literally saw Milovaj leave to Lake
Okay.
Zarovich. You go that way?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that look a little suspicious?
What?
No.
In what way?
I don't know. Thinking about Two Lake Zarovich, I'm not sure how many people actually go there.
We're weird
Summer
travelers.
vacation.
So
We're
I
on
don't
a
know.
summer vacation.
It's
Let's go
like,
to Barovia.
Lake party.
no, it's the weirdos again. Let them go.
Alright, whatever. Fucking. You guys got the wine back, so what am I to argue?
And I'll just relay to you guys that not what the horse said. I'm gonna relay that
Renee.
he has a carriage where I heard it was, and that there's something odd
Oh.
about it that we might want to check out.
I interacted with that carriage.
Isn't that the carriage near the store?
It's the one outside of
The market.
yeah.
Hmm?
It had a beast in it
Yeah, that's what the horse
or
said.
something.
Yeah.
We might want to
Was
check
it
it
a
out.
Mrs. Beast?
She's walking.
Okay. Or-
So,
Wow.
it is nearing dusk. The sky is purple with twilight, and the light is growing dimmer. As you go to leave the lake, walking through the long road leading north out of Valaki, you pass by multiple buildings, multiple people, and you see 2 guards. There are 2 small watchtowers on this palisade. You see 2 guards who are standing inside the gate. They turn around. What you doing?
Oh, leaving.
Leaving. They look at each other.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
We have some business to attend to.
Well, we're probably going to be closing the gates
When?
in likely just another hour.
Maybe we can make it back in time.
I hope you can, because if you don't, it's the Svalak wood for you.
Oh.
Wow.
Open the gate. You see. Good luck and good night. And it shuts behind you. You see that there are just a few torches on wooden poles that lead down the road north to the Svalak wood. You go there?
You know, when you think about it, like a 30-minute walk, like or 15-minute walk in real life, that's like not very far. It's like the end of our neighborhood.
Man, my legs
They
hurt.
really did. Man, why we gotta walk? Dude, I'm not gonna warn you again. I just want to say, Nevin nailed the like autism voice.
Autism?
Which is like, and this, and then this, and there's a big this, and
I was thinking
also
more like
I get
an
fed
airhead.
once in the day and at night.
So, you all walk. The sun is setting. It's growing difficult to see along the path. If you don't have a light source, it will be difficult to navigate. For those who don't have dark vision. Casting light on yourself? What color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. There is just a bright purple light emanating all around you.
Seems
Hard
to
have.
fit with the sky.
So, you approach, walking
Yes.
a slight distance away. You see that at the foot of this large mountain, that is one of the two that defines this valley. There is this misty forest, and you arrive sort of at this opening of the shore to this
Big
large
barge.
lake. You see that it is perfectly still and dark water, and it reflects the sort of purple and black clouds overhead like this monstrous mirror.
Could you imagine something that big moving that fast? Come on, buddy.
Keep in mind, it is fairly darker. I provide this for ambience, but it is a bit darker.
It's way
Wow,
dark.
It's
I
very
was gonna
dark,
say,
dude.
it's
I
pitch
can't see a
black,
damn
man.
thing.
So your mouth.
I was confused for a moment because the mic is covering the reload.
Oh,
so I'm like, it's just pitch black.
Dang, it's
Darker than
dark.
this, jeez.
By the way, I like the new glasses.
Oh yeah. Are my same glasses that I have?
No.
Okay.
So
You're right. They're totally brand new.
this thin pathway leads to a small shore that has a collection of rowboats around it. You also see that out in the, not the middle of the lake, but fairly a ways into it, you see that there is these three boats you see, but there's a fourth boat. Out in the near middle of the lake, you see a lone figure sitting in it who has a fishing pole in one hand. You can't make out any details of this person through the mist, and it is nearing nighttime, and you actually see the slow and subtle movements of him actually reaching over and just sort of a lantern, just a small orange beacon of light on this dark, dark lake being lit. And he continues. You see him, just the small motion of the line being thrown into the water.
Well, that's gotta be him.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
I thought it was. That makes sense.
But we
What'd you
should
do?
call out to him.
Hey!
Whoa.
It echoes. No response.
It's getting dark.
Dark.
No response.
Alright.
Do we see any other light sources? Like through the wood or.
Through the woods?
Yeah.
None.
How long have we been walking?
You've been walking for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes? Okay.
We're not going back, are we?
No, I'm checking to see like if the time we've walked matches up with the time that we were told.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I guess we gotta go over there.
In the lake?
I have water walk. We can walk on the river.
I can hold my breath for a
I
long
can stand
time.
here.
We can walk on the river?
Yeah. It says the spell grants the ability to move across liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava. But lava, you'll get heat damage.
It grants you the
No,
ability, right?
It says
No, you can
up
grant
to
it to
10
multiple
willing
people.
up to 10 willing creatures of
Up
your
to
choice.
10. Oh wow.
That's a lot.
I could.
That would work.
I can bring my horse onto the water.
I was considering preparing that as well. Luckily, you took it.
I know, there you go.
That
It was
would
either
work.
that one or the
It's gonna
water
freak him
wall.
out.
I thought
Oh,
that was
yeah.
cool.
Genius.
It seems like you already got it with the dome.
Jesus,
Like
are
we're
we going
talking.
in battle?
Oh no, this is
God.
different.
No, I know, but with water wall, the reason why I wanted it is because you can also make a dome.
Oh.
Remember, you can
20
investigate
It takes
further,
like a minute to
ask
make that.
around.
Yeah.
You
Instead
ask
of, like,
for
instantly.
lights, that's all you asked for. Don't be afraid to ask
Yeah.
Oh,
more
okay then.
questions.
I'd like to just look at our surroundings to see if I notice anything.
Make a perception check.
What if we call out his name?
What
Because
is
we're
You
it?
could
assuming-
try it.
Yeah, you can try. We haven't tried that yet. What is it? He mentioned that Milavage at some point started a fire. I'd like to try and see if I can find that fire, or like a fire, like, you know, campfire or something.
Make a perception check.
22.
22. I will say that you are keeping pace with everybody because you're a primary light source, so you're sort of moving with them as they move to investigate. You notice a pair of footprints in the dirt, and you see that there are 2 footprints alongside them, or there's one set of footprints in the middle and 2 footprint sets alongside it. The 2 footprint sets that are alongside it are heavier. They're a deeper depression in the dirt. Maybe somebody who's armored. 2 people who are armored. And the middle ones are less so. And you think to yourself,
he was taken by
maybe the 2 guards who took Milavage.
Yeah.
You see that they are led out. They arrive at just before the shore, and then the 2 other sets of footprints must turn around. It's a bit harder to tell as they're going back, but they seem to turn around. The small footprints, or not the smaller footprints, but the footprints in the middle seem to lead off to the right into a section of brush and foliage that is considered part of the foliage wood.
I got a 25.
25. As you follow Hiatus as he sort of leads you into this foliage wood, you pass over a set of larger rocks and you climb into this small little clearing. It's a small little clearing, just barely, where there are no trees. You see that there's a large stone, and in an almost sort of ring of dirt in the center here, you see a fire. It is not lit. It is old and it is smoking and it's in just smolders. It hasn't been lit for some time. You don't know exactly how long. You see that there is a bedroll. There is a bedroll that has not been opened. There is a sort of little blanket, and there is what look like scraps of food, like an apple, some beets, and other sort of small, like a bowl of something that are just laid out to the side. They seem haphazardly placed. You also notice, are you all following?
Mm-hmm.
You also all
On the light
notice.
source.
I'd say that you're the only one who notices that with that fucking roll. you see, just in the ever so, actually shining, reflecting, there's a gleam in a small patch of grass near this sort of makeshift campsite, almost like something just reflected the purple light of Rokar's shell.
I'll
Alright,
go to the thing. I was about to ask whether or not his shovel was there, but his seems not. Yeah, I'll go to the gleam, to the thing.
You move the grass aside, you see the head of a shovel. What do? You just see its head.
I'll try to move it, try to move more of the brush to see if, or like try and pick up the shovel.
You move the brush aside and then go to pick up the shovel, and as you do, you pick it up, and the half of it is broken, and as you pick it up, the bottom half of the shovel breaks and it falls down into the grass. You have the head of the shovel on a half-haft.
Oh, did they break his shovel and throw it away?
Maybe he broke it.
No.
Or maybe
No.
he broke
When you last saw him, his shovel was fine.
No, by that he means like
Like the
the
guards.
guards were just like fucking pussy, threw it away.
You don't know.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say after having it, I just sort of call out to everyone. I was like, it looks like Milavage was here. The fire's been out for who knows how long, and then I just sort of in hand, just like one piece in one hand and the head in the other. Shovel's broken. I feel like we need to find him quick. I don't think this is a good sign. Or get to him quick.
Wow.
There's only one other thing I can think to do. It might be the guy out there.
Well, maybe. Or whatever got to him.
Did I see any footprints leading to the boats?
You'd have to make another check for those.
I'd probably look after this then.
Okay, make another check. Keep in mind that I've shown you things up until now, but if you wish to investigate
Yeah.
further, it may require more rolls.
15.
15? There's a set of heavy-set footprints, recent footprints, that lead to the rowboats, congregate around them, and then that's it.
I'll say
Large
I want
pencils.
to try and see if there's like maybe any signs of like a struggle or like a fight, like sort of around the campfire area.
Make a perception check.
I'll tell you guys. The
Remember
boots that lead, the only footprints that lead to the boats don't match his. They look
Yeah.
heavier.
Wow.
18
I don't
plus
think,
1,
well, then
19,
whoever's out there
26.
26.
might not be our
Don't you
boy.
think he would have called back?
But
You move aside once again. You look and you see that just off this small camp there is a section of trees, and you see that there are branches on the trees that are hanging, much like the stick of the shovel. They're hanging as if something had moved past them and broken them just enough for them to hang off. You move through slightly more and you see that there is a small rock, a small little section of grass, and as you look closer you see with your dark vision, you see a streak of blood across a rock. You see another rock nearby, 5 streaks of blood drawn across it, and you see small streaks of blood, and then you see just as you look around closer, you see just collected on these many blades of dry grass, there are just specks, tiny flecks of blood just dried around it.
Yeah, I definitely call out to show everyone.
Okay. Does it lead somewhere?
It does not.
Oh, weird.
Let's check.
I think he's dead.
You notice that it does continue. The flecks of blood in the grass continue maybe like 10 feet into the woods, but you lose the trail. Then it becomes too disparate to follow any track, any specific direction that it went.
But they don't go towards the lake.
They seem to be heading west. In the small section that you can follow, it leads west from where the camp is, but not much of a distance that you can follow.
Do you want?
Sorry.
I was gonna say, do you want to continue going this way, or do you want to try and see if the person out there is Milavash or not?
We should probably see. I don't know if the person out there is Milavash. I honestly don't think so, but we should see that. But I was gonna
he's
ask.
a little close to
Is
her.
the shovel near where the blood was, or is
Yes.
it? Okay.
There is no blood on it.
Well, he's a little close for comfort. I'd say it's a little too coincidental for him to be near her in this area. Maybe he might know what happened
Yeah.
if he's not him himself.
I guess we could talk to him.
How long does that spell of yours last?
Let me double check. It's the villain Strahd.
No! Withdrawal.
Kitty vampire. 1 hour. Thank you.
So, what are you all doing?
We can just see whether or not it's Milavash, and then we should try and see if we can see if this leads anywhere. The blood.
Yeah. I don't think it's Milavash. He didn't answer.
I don't like this fucking guy.
Alright, well,
How far into the lake did this boat seem?
He's in the middle of the lake. Let me read this for a moment.
I could turn into a wolf and try to get the smell from the blood. See if
Oh,
it
true.
matches
Oh!
the shovel.
Amy Genius. Amy Genius.
That's a good
Baby
call.
genius.
Amy, you hear how smart you are right now?
If
Amy,
you ever-
clip that.
When I
Let me
decided to
clip that.
press, I'm gonna go back to this specific moment. I'm gonna be like 21:35. I'm a genius.
Yeah, she's gonna be listening back to the 10 seconds over and over, like, yeah.
It's hard to tell from where you are, but he's 200 plus feet
Damn.
out into the lake.
Oh. Well,
Pretty far.
you know who comes
Okay,
up
well,
fast?
maybe
The
if
dashing steed.
you're willing, we could do that first and then go talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay.
Become wolf. Become furry.
No, don't say that. I'm already a horse girl.
You're turning into Luna.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you're gonna be a wolf?
I'm not sorry.
Are we doing the wolf thing first, or are we going
Yeah,
to go?
probably that first.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think we're getting. It's probably fair to say that that's
Is she
probably
still able to
not
cast spells on
Milavash.
it?
Or at least the
No.
likelihood is low.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
there's
there's-
only like
Well, I
one.
didn't
So
think
she'll
it was
have-
There's a
Milavash.
specific tree you have to go down to be able to do
She'll
that.
have to undo it for us to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
So
the
you're
website's
transforming into a
crashing.
wolf?
Yeah, sorry, the website crashed on me.
It's okay.
Based.
You do that. I'm gonna go pee. You
Me
guys
too!
tell me what to do
I'll go
next.
upstairs.
Let me hold it.
Let me go upstairs. I gotta put deodorant on.
I love him. Nevin.
What are you doing?
Nevin, I love living with you.
They know.
Alright, I know.
Also, since we have time to talk about it,
No.
Yeah, if you don't have time.
Mm-mm.
We're getting sucked into the game right now.
We're done pissing. Go ahead.
for the monsters, for the animals that we're allowed to do, it's only the basic rule one, right?
He says, look through them. If there's one that looks odd that you really want, just tell him. Because it's got to make sense. Like, your character's
'Cause
got
that's
to
what
know
I was-
what it is.
Because some of them are like weird.
They
like,
are.
One
Like,
of them,
yeah.
like chimeric
one-
hair and stuff.
One of them just says like a flying blade. I'm like, well, that is
Yeah.
cool, but I'm like, it's not really.
I
Like,
don't think those are ones that he wants us to use because it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for us. But
No.
like animals, you've probably seen almost all of them.
Can you turn into beasts or monsters?
Like, it's just beasts, right?
I don't think monsters. Not for
Oh, sorry,
us.
creatures or beasts?
I think
Like,
there's a specific druid you have to be to do monsters.
So you could just be just beasts specifically.
Most of the beasts, though, you don't know what a celestial hedgehog is or something.
Yeah,
A real
You
one,
said-
you probably know.
But
You
then
said
some
you
of
said
them
Also
just-
be a celestial.
Some of them just don't make sense either, like a crocodile. It's like, what?
Yeah, you could do that.
I know,
I
but
mean,
like, in what instance am I
maybe.
gonna do a crocodile?
I mean,
I
this
right
guy's
now-
this
I
guy's
do a
from the
black
land.
bear, though, but it
Dude,
keeps
well,
showing
no.
up as like miscellaneous, so I was like.
Well, here's the
why
thing.
not?
This guy's from the land down under, so he might have seen a crocodile. So what's to say that you haven't? You guys are connected to the nature.
No,
Those
it's not
are
that we haven't
yeah.
seen it. It's just I'm trying
Use
to think of
case.
situations of where I can use it.
Oh, well.
I'm not gonna turn into a
yeah.
fucking crab.
I took
That will be awesome, though.
I took crocodile and black bear.
You did? God
So-
damn
Well,
it.
guess what?
You can still take
can
it. It's
turn
just
Yeah, I know.
you're
guess what?
roasting me. I'm like,
We are
oh yeah.
at a lake
We're
right
at a
now.
lake right now.
So
It
here
turned
we
into a crocodile.
go.
Go talk to that guy. Just be
Take-
like, what's up, man?
I don't
How
have
you
any more wild. I
doing?
used all my wild shape.
Be a crocodile and
Oh,
then
you-
death roll him.
Yeah, I like his idea. Look, you go out there as a crocodile, or we go out there normal. If he causes trouble, you turn into a crocodile and be like, "All right, fuck you!" Flip his boat over.
Also, we're not allowed to fly yet.
No.
What do you mean?
Because that's what
Oh,
I was
you two,
wondering.
yeah.
Yeah, not
Because
yet.
one of them I saw was like a bat, and I was like, why?
That's
do I
level
wanna be a
8.
bat?
Level 8 we can fly.
Not until I cast flying, you guys. That's a 3rd level spell.
There's
I didn't
not
grab
that
it.
many options then, to be honest.
There really aren't.
Yeah, because I was looking at like besides black bear, the badger, maybe.
Hey, you're
but
limited by your creativity. It's
It
true.
has to make sense too.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna be a crab. Xavier.
Why not? Not native to the lands of Barovia. I bring you this mythical creature. Oh, I'll take it right into my stash. And now you are currently in the stash of the guy we wanted to plant you.
They're gonna boil me alive, and I'm gonna die.
Why would they want to boil you when they want to keep this mythical creature alive? They've never seen a crab
They're gonna
before.
wanna eat it.
Sheep.
Check this
Oh,
out.
there's a goat too.
Crabs!
Okay.
There's a goat. I'm
They'll
ready.
sacrifice you instantly in Barovia.
Mythical creature.
They'll be like, ooh!
Here's this mythical creature. Holy
Okay.
Crabs!
Wait, how do I use it? Do I just click wild?
What do you get?
Do you want a brisk?
Okay.
Alright. You want to put it back to the team?
Wait,
He's
I
getting
forgot how to
pranked.
use it. Do I just click it?
Pretty sure you should be eating that.
Devin, do I just
Oh,
click
I could go for a baby
Well-
carrot, but I'm
it?
gonna
Do
do
I
that in a bit.
click change?
Just tick off the wild shape, and there you go.
Never mind, I did it.
Why are you flipping my coin?
Baby Gronk?
So, what do you transform into?
Well,
A wolf?
Yes.
So you watch as Cypher morphs into a wolf.
He wants to smell the blood.
Wow.
yep, and I'm gonna
Big
go
fan of
walk
the
up.
Twilight Princess?
I'm gonna sniff the shovel, and then I'm gonna smell the blood. See if they're similar.
Sniff the shovel and smell the blood.
Yep.
To see if they're similar.
To get Milivog's
Hmm.
scent and then the blood off the scent thing?
She's trying to compare scents.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Well, his blood isn't gonna smell like him.
I don't fucking know, man. Get creative with it.
I would ask for an express goal. You know, if you're trying
I
to.
want to try to find whatever his name is.
Milivoj?
Yeah.
Okay.
Milivoj.
So you can smell the shovel.
Okay.
You smell the shovel. Go ahead and make a perception check using your scent. Roll it with advantage because you have keen hearing and smell.
I'll guidance you.
Does that mean any of us are able to make a perception check like that?
That's a D8. That's a D12.
Like, we can go up to it, smell it, and even though we don't have
Wait,
keen
what?
hearing
No,
and smell,
use
we
the
just do it with a
D12.
straight roll?
It's a scent. I might
Yeah.
not allow it.
Oh, fair enough. I'm a turtle, and we're known
So
for
you can roll with advantage.
nothing.
That's a D12.
Wait, I'm so confused. What are you
So
telling
you
me
roll
to do?
this? You rolled it, so roll
Yeah.
again. So you take the 13 because that's advantage. Roll guidance.
What does
So
that mean?
You
Yeah,
add an
D4.
extra D4 to the roll.
and you have a 4, so you have a
13 plus 4, which is 17.
17.
And then you add your perception.
Oh yeah, all that plus your perception.
That's how I got that high perception check.
You guys gotta be slow with Amy. She
No,
failed math.
Oh
Okay.
god.
And then plus 5,
So 22.
22.
There's the distinct. You remember that the graveyard behind the Church of St. Andrew had a specific smell, and this shovel is just drenched in it.
Hmm.
Indeed, Milivoj's shovel belongs to Milavage.
Okay.
We did it.
So, are you gonna try and follow his scent to see where it leads? Because it's probably all over the camp.
Yeah. Which one do you want me to find first, though? Do you want me to try to find him, or do you want me to
How
see
about
where
you
the blood...
smell in general where the blood is to see if there is a scent lingering there? Because I'm sure a person moved through, or
Yeah.
whatever moved through.
We could follow the trail, see where
Maybe
it
not
goes.
too far.
Somebody
but
killed him and then crop dusted the plant.
Alright, I will try to smell the blood then.
Okay.
See if it leads off to a trail.
You smell the blood. This is a separate check.
We'll do the same thing.
So we'll roll again.
Advantage.
I'm rolling this one.
You're smelling the blood
Oh my
with the
God.
intent to track it.
Yeah.
So, you smell the blood,
+5.
and you are able to continue moving through the grass of the Spholic wood. You continue on. Remember, this is taking time.
Yeah.
So this is taking about 15 or so minutes just to do all this. So the sun is really starting to set beyond the horizon, out beyond the large mountain here at Lake Sarovich. You follow it for a few minutes before it leads into what seems like a slope. And you look down that slope, and there is just a small pond. And you're only following the scent here, but it leads downward, and then after the pond, you can't trace it anywhere. It seems like whatever this person was, if it was Milavage, they were dragged through here, and it was enough to dull the scent, and it's just disparate smells, this smell of like rot and wood just clouding your mind, and you can't continue following it any further. But it does. You can verify here, wherever he was being taken, it's leading southwest. It seems to be leading sort of in this kind of direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe back to the Spholic Road, you're not 100% sure.
Okay. I'll go back to everybody, and I'll just relay everything that you just said.
What is it, girl?
I talk normal, man.
No.
I think.
So,
I don't even know.
we can
Oh, never mind.
we can confirm the guy on the boat isn't Milavage? Is that what you
Sounds like it.
Might be just a random man. But he might know.
Could be someone
'Cause
fishing, but I don't believe
I
in
doubt you won't
coincidence.
recognize a random boy out here.
So you're all back at the camp or back at the shore?
Sure. I think, right?
Sure.
So
Hey.
as you speak, you see the man stand.
Ooh.
And remember, it's dim light here, so it's hard to see exactly what he's doing out on the dark shore of the river. You see it looks like he's picking something up. And then this sort of large thing in his hand, and then it just, and then there's just like a splash.
How big was it?
Buddy!
Yeah.
Perception check. It's dark. You would not have dark vision. Make this a
Can-
disadvantage.
Horrible
Can I try and make it
What's the distance of your dark vision?
300 feet?
Make this roll. Just a straight roll.
Oh, I have disadvantage. Okay. I rolled the same thing. I got a 21.
21?
Roll 218s.
Wow.
Damn. You're rolling high
It's my
today.
curse.
That's
It rolls the same 3
uh,
numbers. This one's 18.
It's a pretty cool idea.
I got low on that. That's just 14.
14?
Damn.
You aren't sure what he just did, but you, Audred, you focus, you hone your senses, and you see, even through the dark, you see in the slight shimmer of the lantern that is on his boat,
Salud.
it looked like a sack that he had just, and it was fairly large, a sack that he had just sort of moved and just over the side of the boat, and it sort of shakes it a bit.
Was it like? Could my character come to the assumption that it was the size of Milavage?
The size of Milavage,
Yeah.
it was smaller.
Okay.
Well,
Still really
I was gonna say, if somebody cuts up limbs, they can really reduce
I
the
guess
size
that's
of
true.
a body.
Did you guys just see that?
I saw, but I couldn't really get a clear look.
I don't
He
know.
just
I
Yeah.
threw
think
a.
I think I just gotta start
Apparently saw
running
him stand.
into the water.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
want to
Well,
try to grab that bag.
are you gonna cast water walking?
Yeah, probably.
Before you do.
You said it's 200
How
feet
about
away.
this? You said you can breathe underwater, right?
I can hold my breath for an hour.
Yeah. I won't cast it on you, so you can go and swim for it.
Well, can't he still go under the water with?
I don't think that's how it works.
Wait, it just straight up prevents you from going?
I think so. I have the spell. I was about to get it. I'm pretty sure you can.
Like, straight up, like, I'm refused from entering water.
No water. Don't drink it. You'll die.
Yeah, an affected target must take a
Oh,
bonus action
yeah.
to pass from the liquid surface into the liquid, and
Okay.
vice versa.
So you can.
But if you fall into it, the target just passes through it.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So if we like jump or fall off a cliff or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
So
are
I
you all
guess you
doing?
can.
Well,
So you
all
So
right.
water
I'm gonna
walking?
cast Water
Well,
Walk.
Before that.
On who?
Go.
If you'd like, you can cast it on everybody, but that's up to you.
True.
I'm merely stating that because it's an option.
All right. Well, before that, I'm going to.
Who do you cast it on?
Everybody.
Okay.
But he wants
Yeah,
to
just
do something.
you know what, cast it on everybody. There's no reason to make this complicated.
God damn it, Nevin. He's trying to
I'm sorry.
say something.
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
No.
So,
You
Well, it
let's
just
go.
is.
What?
Let's go.
you were saying?
Oh, I'm all good.
Okay. So we're just gonna walk over to the guy. Is that what our plan is?
And get the bag. I want to
Yeah,
see what's in
you,
it.
you
Okay.
can try and go underwater though
Then-
and see what he.
You're just walking?
Again.
Running.
Yeah,
So if that's something you want to do.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna tiptoe on the water.
So, what exactly are all of you doing?
I'm running.
I have no idea.
Well,
You're
yeah,
running?
we'll start.
I want to get the bag. Wait, is it sinking or floating? Just floating.
It sunk straight
It's
down.
sunk.
Okay.
Well, I'll go after it.
Wait, yeah, that's why I'm saying we
I
kind of
can
have to hurry. 'cause
I can hold my
don't wanna
breath,
have to
and
go.
I'll follow after you.
Okay. So,
And then I guess we'll just walk towards the guy, cautiously.
you're running?
Well, no, because he's gonna go get it.
Okay, you're swimming?
I'm walking. All of us are, or at least
You're
except for her, she's running. But
No, I said I'm walking.
Okay.
well, then we're walking, and then I'll just sink when we get there.
So you all walk.
I don't have a
He's
swimming
about, he's 200 feet to around 300 feet out there. You all walk out to the boat, and you see he's not facing you. He just has a fishing line out, and you are about 30 feet from the boat. And he's just sort of looking. And you see he's just sort of,
Hey.
it's quite late. He just turns to you, this short, bug-eyed man with a bulbous face. He is like covered in sort of sweat, and sort of the mist has coated around him in this condensation. He just sort of,
Hey.
he looks over the boat. He drops the fishing rod.
Not to alarm you.
What is the meaning of this?
Have you seen a boy out here?
Sort of,
Yeah, we're walking.
He's not at all remarking at the giant glowing turtle either. Like he's just more mesmerized by this. He's in a land of magic. What does he expect?
Yeah.
So it's magic. Don't worry.
It's just a spell. For nothing you've never seen before.
You're not seeing that.
yes.
We're adventurers.
What are you talking about? We're still on our way there. He's 200 feet away.
No, he
No,
said
we're
we're up to
30
30 feet
Oh,
too.
never mind.
We're just hoping that you saw maybe a boy pass through here.
Oh,
No.
You see nothing.
nothing.
What are you
Can
doing
I
out
make
here?
an insight check?
I'm fishing. Sure, go ahead.
Which one of you saw the bag?
Me.
It's a lot.
wanna ask him
It's
about
like 24.
I don't know.
This man is disturbed.
Do we want to ask him?
That makes sense.
You
Just
do
to see
not-
how he
nothing.
reacts to it.
You don't know what to think about anything that he says.
You can just.
You don't know if you can take anything he says.
Why don't
on
you
face
just get
value.
it?
Okay.
Um,
Because I don't know if he's like tossing out bait for his fish or something.
In a sack.
You know, a
that-
giant
see
sack of
that
bait.
In the boat, there are no fish. There's nothing. There's 2 barrels at the side of the boat. No fish in them.
All right. Well,
it's getting late.
It is.
Don't you have somewhere to go?
I must go home.
Oh.
He sort of starts to take the rows,
Well,
the oars.
I'm gonna.
What was in the sack?
I'll be right back.
He's moving the boat.
Well, what was in the sack, sir?
He sort of. He begins to row past you all. He's actually rowing. You're all literally standing around him.
So wait, could we
He
could we
begins to-
theoretically just fucking stop it like with our hands?
I mean, just hold it, yeah.
A little girl. And then he continues to row.
a little girl.
All right.
Oh, now you want to get the sack. You guys are so annoying.
So you guys are just gonna see a purple light sinking down. I don't like even imagining that visual. That's terrifying.
There is just a purple light that descends under the water. It is still extraordinarily dark under there.
Yeah.
You can see almost nothing around you. It is like a purple shield, and
I
then
was
just,
say, I don't know. What
I'll drop right where the boat was.
you drop right where the boat was, and you continue to go down and down. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna follow him immediately after and be like, what do you mean?
Grab on the edge of the boat is what I'm doing. I'm gonna grab him.
You grab the boat?
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Dude, the idea of everyone
I'll help.
skidding across the water and like using the water.
Strength
Damn
check
it! Why
with
don't you
advantage.
roll
How much
12?
traction do you think you can get against water? Like standing on water and trying to stop
Right,
it.
he says with advantage because I'm helping you.
Okay.
Devin, do you think it's slippery walking on water?
Strength. Oh, it's plus
No.
1.
What did you say for God?
Okay, and then roll it again.
Yeah, did Jesus slip on water?
Okay.
I
So 15.
don't
15?
want to be here anymore.
15.
You see, you grab onto the boat. You do as well, and it just stops.
I
Let
swear,
me
if
go.
he hits me with the
He
paddle,
continues
I'm gonna lose him.
He continues to try and row, and it's not moving. He just
Was
looks confused.
Take his
Was
paddle.
she dead?
No.
No?
He continues to row.
Are you okay?
You are going down like a diving bell, and you see there are no fish, nothing. It is empty.
Please
black.
stop. Stop.
You did
Bro,
this, you did this
we
to
should
yourself.
have ran.
I don't
man.
like this visual.
And eventually you see just slowly sinking. Hits the bottom. The sand and the dust on the bottom of the lake.
I'm just grabbing
You
it.
swim down.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well, I'm already at the bottom, aren't I?
you are. You're there. You see it.
So I just grab it.
Grab the sack. Make a strength check.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Dang, I wish I was recorded.
6.
How long can you read? For 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
So make strength check. 5.
5.
Oh.
Fuck.
You try and lurch the sack up, but you're underwater, and it's sort of difficult to deal with this. And as you grab it, it just sort of keeps slipping out of your grasp. Whatever's inside of it is limp.
I want
I
to
gotta
try
think.
and. I think.
How
I
far
do want to
down
try.
would you say I am currently? If you can give me a rough estimate.
I'm gonna say you're in the middle of a lake, 120 feet down.
120 feet? Okay.
I'll say 100 feet down. I'll
Okay.
just say 100 feet down.
By that logic, I'm just going to cast Vortex Warp and warp it straight up.
So what is the range on Vortex Warp?
Okay. Range area, because I upcasted it.
So I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that if you Vortex Warp something, the location that you warp it to has to be a solid surface that it can stand on.
Target must the target must teleport to
Warp
an
it to the
occupant.
boat.
Chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
What?
It's water. It's not going to support the target. It's
Warp it
just
to the boat.
Hmm.
you can't see the boat.
Don't you have the
Are the rest of you doing
transporting
anything?
thingy?
Transforming.
He's just rhythmically
Teleport
continues
you?
to row.
What's wrong with
What do
you?
you mean?
You don't have.
I'm trying to teleport her,
I-
but I can't teleport her anywhere to a place
There's
that's
nothing
because
in this
if she'll
woman's eyes.
sink, I'm not allowed to do it.
I want to. I think at this point, I
It
do
was
want to try and.
A bad catch today.
I do want to try and
Not a single fish.
start going down under.
Not a single
Okay.
fish for
Down
the
under.
last 3 months.
She's gonna grab the boat too.
It sort of lurches.
Mm,
He sort of moves to the side. He goes to grab the oar again.
What? Why'd you throw her in the water?
Avastani. It's good luck.
okay.
Of a stone
I'm going
wall?
to. I'm going
I
to.
want this boat moved.
Fuck.
Of a stawny girl.
Oh.
Maybe.
Your
Oh.
anger is echoing out
Thank you.
across the water.
So
Maybe. I wanted to go under as well.
So-
You just into blackness.
so
And you see deep down below you there's just a small pinprick through the dust of this lake. A small pinprick of purple light at the bottom.
I'm gonna. So here's what I'm thinking. I just want feedback.
if I cast Phantom Steed, it's a horse down there, but horses can swim.
Yes, they can. They can
Does
move
it have a
through
swimming
water.
speed?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It needs a swimming speed to swim.
It can.
At all? I thought it was just half its speed.
What
What are you talking about? We can tread water.
Well,
We don't have
we
swimming
can
speeds.
swim. It's just difficult. It's just really
Like,
hard.
you're at the
For
bottom of a
us.
lake. I feel like that's swimming, not treading.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I
We
use
are allowed
conjure
to swim.
animals?
If we get plopped in water, we just have our
What
speed
do you do?
halved, isn't it?
I
It's the
can
same way we don't have a
conjure
climbing
animals,
speed, but we're allowed to
my
climb
choice.
stuff without our
So I
speed.
can be like.
I don't know what a
catch
swim
fish
speed would be for then.
crocodiles and, like, lift
To
them
make
up.
sure-
You're just asking him. I don't
Actually,
know.
Nevin, is that
Can
true?
you turn into a fish?
Because like if we get plopped in water, what do we do?
I didn't check it.
You just be dolphin.
Can I try using conjure animals? Will that work? Get a pack of.
Seahorses.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. No.
They're
Dude,
allies.
so-
Remember, they're my allies.
Yeah, but I'm gonna freak out. I just see crocodile.
Here's the
Fine.
thing. Horses, I believe, can swim.
Yeah, but they can't swim that
Underwater.
far up.
They can't swim underwater.
Yeah.
And yes, swimming is essentially, if you are swimming, it is difficult terrain unless you have a swimming speed.
So
Just let me use it.
I'm saying if I brought a horse down here, and I'm just asking above table,
Okay.
if I brought a horse down here,
Oh, I don't
would
think
he
so.
be able to either maybe not get himself to the top, but we're only 200 feet from the shore?
You can try.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no.
All right. Well, that's what I'll do. I am going to. Oh,
How long does it last? How long does it take to cast?
well, it is a. Oh, it's a ritual. It says 11 minutes, but minus the ritual
A minute.
because I get to cast it instantly with my ritual
It'll
thing.
still be a minute.
That's still a minute.
I don't have any spells that really help.
Are you continuing to go down?
Yes.
You don't have.
No.
a-
Am I not?
I don't have a. I can't hold my breath or anything like that, but I can hold it for 3 minutes according to the rules.
So that is time to do some math.
Oh god.
It's 100-foot drop.
Yeah.
It's 100-foot swimming. You're still swimming. So that is
100-foot drop through water.
15 times 100 is just
1500.
And I think it's safe to say I'm probably dashing,
Okay.
because you can dash. It's still difficult.
Here's what I'm gonna ask you. Make a strength athletics check.
While they're trying to do this, can I use conjure animals? Like, is this a question?
Yes, you can.
Can I do like?
Water walk isn't concentration.
You're right.
Is it? I thought you said no.
Water walk?
Where's my athletics? There it
No,
is.
it's not
Okay.
a concentration.
Let's go. Let's
just
go. Let's go.
random.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Big. Ooh.
What should I use?
19.
19.
Crocodiles.
Okay.
They can swim.
You
They can
Yeah,
just begin to
crocodiles.
swim.
They're really.
The Underdark has many large bodies of water, ones that maybe you have ventured into. So you begin to dive. I will say that you make it to the bottom, and it's just like it takes a while to swim down this deep. And this is also there's the fact that you're having to deal with pressure, so it's difficult. You're down there; it's a lot. But you make it down there without anything bad going on, but you're still at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna cast conjure animals. Pack of
So I see.
Wait, what?
conjure animals.
So
I have that
the
one
question.
too. That's just damage.
Does
do
it
you mean?
have to be just damage? Because
Oh,
it
when
says
it's a-
buff too.
When it's a pack of things, I think he's saying it's you're not
Yeah.
summoning literally like 5 crocodiles. You're summoning an attack.
Yeah, let me see a specific thing. That
It's
one.
squirrel
Very good, sort of.
stampede.
You see,
Yeah.
you go down to the bottom and you see Rokar continually sort of failing to
Yeah,
pick
and-
up this sack.
Yeah, it's
on
just
the
sort
ground.
of now that I'm in clear view, and I just sort of, despite the pressure, do try and get there as fast as I can, and I want to try and help them lift the.
Make a strength check with advantage. You are helping.
That one seems a little more just damage, and also they're intangible, so they're not like a physical thing.
I feel so
What's
useless.
this? That was lower. Okay.
So I get
21.
big
21. Rokar, you are on the bottom of this lightless lake, except for your light. You are trying and failing to lift up this burlap sack that has something in it. And you lift it up, and once again your strength fails you. This isn't what you're built for. And then all of a sudden, 2 more hands come down. And they help you. And they lift up the sack, and you look to your left, and you see Soren's face in the darkness of this lake, in this forbidden place. And you both sort of collect it, and then just start moving your legs to swim up and up and up. Soren, I don't know what the rules are for running out of breath, but I'm gonna find them.
There's no underwater specific. It's just going based on suffocation rules.
I understand.
So going up or
And then there's separate rules for underwater combat, which is where the difficult terrain, if you have no swim speed, comes from.
Okay. So. Oh.
Damn, I should have cast Launch Strider on him.
And keep in mind, this is taking a while. Like, I'm underwater for quite a bit at this
Yeah.
point. So you guys, I feel like at this point, you're,
I'm
you're
yelling at
still
the
on the
wall. There's
boat.
nothing
I'm
we
going to
can
ask
do.
you, all you see is just barely the smallest little purple light. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I mean, if I went down under with them, could I help them
Not really.
go up
Try.
faster?
Where's my con?
I can't go under you.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right away then. I'm gonna convert one of my
See,
spell
this is why
slots.
we'd want a crab, Amy.
Yeah, because my small crab ass would be able to pull
Yes.
So
You'd be able
I
to
need
do
a
it.
wild
12.
shape. I'm
You
gonna.
gain 1 level of exhaustion.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine,
No.
it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
If we had long rested, Jerry
This
could
girl
turn
would be
into a
fucking
crocodile.
dead.
I'm doing it right now anyway.
I thought you said you didn't have any wild shape left.
I'm using a spell slot
I
into
forgot
a
we could
wild
do
shape.
that.
I'm gonna turn into a crocodile and immediately start diving
You're
down.
gonna scare the shit out of me.
So you're saying
that.
all the way down, it was completely devoid of life.
Exhaustion.
All the way down to the bottom, it was devoid of life.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. What about plant life? Nothing.
There was small foliage on the bottom of the lake.
Okay,
No
but no
fish.
fauna.
No.
Okay.
So your speed is reduced by 5 times your exhaustion level,
I cast
which
Launch
is 5
Strider
feet
on you?
right now.
Can you what?
So that means
Strider
you're
on you,
moving-
so
you're
you
moving.
I need a
faster.
long rest.
Yeah.
Or a
Yeah,
greater
you can.
restoration.
So,
But,
So what
I,
is that?
but if I don't
So
get
that's
out soon, I'm
plus
going to get more
10
and more.
movement.
Okay.
hiatus.
I'm gonna try to get.
Hiatus.
Let me see.
So she
Okay.
cast Long Strider on me too. So I'm dashing with Long Strider. I can move 10 extra. So 45 times 2, 90 feet.
Okay. I'll allow you to reach them before he has to make another check. You swim down and just moving towards this light as it grows closer to you. You, Rokar, you see Soren grabbing onto the sack and just no noise emanating from himself as he struggles to breathe. You know that he is drowning right now. He's out of oxygen.
So
You, Hiatus, see this as well as you swim towards this light. You grab on and you begin to help them.
Based-
One more check from you.
based on how long we've been swimming, could I see the boat from here?
Not yet.
That's another level.
Another 11.
Another level.
That's another level.
You now have 2 levels of exhaustion. So, that means your speed is reduced by 10.
And there's a
Which means
couple
you-
other
you-
effects
you-
as well.
Your speed is reduced by 10.
My speed is halved as
Halved.
well.
Your speed is halved because you are swimming, and it is reduced by
No,
10.
he means halved by the.
Because there are effects to exhaustion as well.
And this is new exhaustion.
Oh, we're using
So,
new ones? Oh,
I'm
okay.
using the new one. So this means that your speed is reduced by 5 times your exhaustion level, which
And-
right now is 10.
And then
So-
ability checks are also, I think, reduced.
which means right now your speed is 5 feet.
Jesus.
Oh
so
God.
you are continuing. You see that you are continuing to move up, and Soren is slowing down. He's not
Wait a
going
minute.
up with you.
I'm gonna vortex warp Soren straight up. This is because that's a liquid that can support him. He's water walking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
you're a genius.
I'll allow it.
All right.
Genius!
You have to see it though. And what's the range on this?
This is 120 feet, which is
120
taller
feet.
than the whole lake.
Just look at the whole.
To be honest, I probably should have thought of that sooner, and I'm sorry.
So
We figured it out.
you look at Soren, and you see for a moment his grip on the sack is just loosening, and he's beginning to just float away. And then you just wait a minute. What are the requirements of Vortex Warp?
Oh no.
Verbal and somatic.
You can't speak underwater.
Ah!
Oh no.
You cannot say the proper
DM.
incantations underwater.
Hmm.
We're dying!
Okay.
He'll be fine. We can resurrect him.
With what?
I'm sorry, I really tried.
I have wither
I was
blow.
trying to burn a third for you, man.
Are you lifting him?
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can to get him
Okay.
up.
So you are continuing to swim up. You are nearly there. You are close to the surface of the water. You all see as the light grows nearer and nearer and nearer.
I'm gonna let go of the boat and go towards the light.
Are you still holding onto the boat?
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Sorry, man.
Blue or white? Which one?
You don't ask
White
me.
one. White one. White one.
Wow.
Oh my God.
5?
No. 9.
9? Just barely enough. Just barely enough. You rolled an 8. You hold as Audred lets go. He sort of, and it begins to move, but you just sort of, you hold on. You move in front of the boat and you push him. He's just sort of looking at you with these blank, dead eyes. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I like smack him with this paddle? I might take this paddle.
13.
13. Yeah. That fails.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because saves are also lowered when you get ignored.
You watch as Soren, I'm going to say that you have run out of breath and you are unconscious. You watch as Soren just, you cannot move under the water, your speed is 0 right now. And you just go unconscious, and you, Hiatus, are moving up with him. And it's just now that you burst out of the water. And it's strange. It's like you're climbing onto a ledge, but it's just water. So you see Soren is just floating there. You climb onto this ledge, you pull him up. You are unconscious, which means you can't use a bonus action to shift back.
Can I pick him up?
You can.
Okay.
And then you go and you pull him up as well. You have a high strength. You're just essentially fireman carrying Soren right now.
I'm gonna carry him to the boat and drop him in the boat.
Soren, once you get out of this, hold on.
That's really, really bad.
Suspenseful. I don't know anything about exhaustion.
It's
it's not.
the worst thing you could possibly get.
Like,
Easily.
unironically, probably the worst condition you can get in the game.
Because it's the hardest to
Or at
remove.
least you only have 3.
Outside of being dead.
They're out of 6.
Sorry.
6 is when you die from it.
You lay him on the boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay him in the boat.
The boat rocks to the side, and he is there. He is still unconscious. You do not know if he's breathing.
Can I try to get? Can I try to? Can I just see if he's breathing? Can I put my freaking ear up to his freaking nose?
He's not breathing.
Can I like? Is there
CPR? Yeah, no, well, there's basic
Can I do
ideas
basic?
that you can.
Like, can I just push
Uh,
my
medicine
chest?
check
I
would
will
probably
try
be
to
it.
cast Spare the Dying on him.
He's not.
I don't know how that works.
Do I have medicine?
He's not making death saves yet.
Okay.
Can I try to push on his chest to get water out?
You push on his chest. Are you in the boat?
Yeah, I'll climb in the boat.
As you do, it just sort of rocks even more. You see, he just speaks to you. You're not even ignoring him. And then you just sort of
I would
push down.
just slap
Just
the shit
yank
out
the
of him.
ore out of his hand, man.
That's what
He's
I
an
said.
old man.
And you just, you see, you begin to cough. All your exhaustion is gone. That is how it works with suffocation. And you just, you breathe this breath in, and you see,
I was scared.
in that moment, you saw a silver light,
Oh.
and then it just come back alive. And you see the dark sky overhead. You see Audred's face lit by dim lamplight, and then you just feel the rocking of a boat. I will say that you have taken. You've taken just 7 points of, I'm going to call it bludgeoning damage, not from you, Audred, just from the pressure of the water and this whole experience has damaged you. But you are alive.
You're not
You are
resistant
not
to drowning.
unconscious, and you are no longer exhausted. You're tired though.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the sack?
Open it.
Wait, what?
Open it.
I'm checking on Soren.
Okay, I'm gonna grab
Alright.
the sack. Can I pick it up?
You'll have to take it from Rokar.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, well,
fine. But
I
I'm
was
saying,
gonna
am I
say-
physically able to pick it up?
I've set it in the boat. I'm checking on
Yeah,
fucking
I'm-
Soren.
You see, he's just sort of. He's still trying to row. What are you doing? The sack is in the boat.
Open it. Well,
How?
I wanted to take the sack out of the boat.
How is
onto
it?
shore.
How is it wrapped?
It is a burlap sack that is tied. There are two hempen ropes that are tied around it. One on the upper part and the lower part.
Can I
They're
cut
both
them
tied
with my
enough.
sword?
You just sort of the loose burlap sack is there.
Open it.
Can you open it?
Yeah.
Inside of this sack, you see the wet, pale body of a young girl. She has black hair and deep brown eyes, and the hair is stringy across her young face. She looks like she can't be more than maybe 8 or 9.
Dang.
So,
She is dead.
Oh.
alright.
Damn it.
So,
You see that she is wearing bright red children's clothing, and she has sort of a purple and yellow sash that is across her chest.
Audrey's gonna turn to the guy.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. I was
You
gonna
can-
cast Fireball at his oar.
No.
at his oar, just to like
I'll
burn
just, as a crocodile, I'm just
Fireball?
gonna.
bolt at his oar.
Hold on. As a crocodile, I'm just gonna grab his oar, yank it out of
You're
it.
talking.
That's better.
That's how I got
Alligator.
there.
He's an alligator, you dummy.
Oh, you didn't. I didn't hear you. Okay.
What? Oh.
But the whole time he was a crocodile swimming after us.
I didn't hear him, but you know,
Oh.
it's okay.
You think
Okay.
he would have survived if that was the case?
As a crocodile, can I just yank the oar out of his hand?
Make a strength check.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
how
way better than
strong-
mine.
How
You can't
strong
use
can
spare
the
the
old
dying
man?
on normal NPCs, huh?
Especially one of his
She's
arms.
Dead.
Oh, okay.
She is not dying. She is dead.
Oh, okay.
It's a
I
weak
don't know how it
crocodile.
works.
For. It's a really weak crocodile.
You move to bite it, and he sort of yanks it out of the way. It slides across your crocodile's teeth,
And
and
shatter.
sort of some of the wood sort of peels off, and it's inside of your mouth. But he's pulled it out of the way, and he just he's going to smack you with it. You move out of the way, and he's just gotten up now. He's just
I'm gonna swim a little further.
he's pulled the oars in. He has a club.
Like, come on,
Man,
drop
I wanna
it.
put this
Can
man
I
in
just
chokehold.
grab him by the collar?
He doesn't resist. He drops the club.
It can't just be luck. Why did you throw her in the water?
I needed a good catch.
Where did you get her?
The Vistani camp. The devils. They're a plague on this land. They're just outside of Falaki. Far too close. I found a Vistani. Good luck.
How many times have you done this?
Only the one. Only the one.
She's gonna throw him down.
The boat. He sort of grabs the club
Just spare the
She's
dying
gonna
work
rip
on
the club
something
out of
that's
his
already
hand.
dead.
in the water.
Spare
Yeah.
the dying on the
She's
corpse.
dead.
Does that work? Or?
She's dead.
Okay.
Spare the dying.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Unless you have a 300 gold piece worth gem or whatever it is.
Grab the oars again.
I think
I'm about to
sort
throw
of
this man overboard.
seeing after they open the sack, everything that Soren just went to try and save the girl, seeing that she's dead. I think he just sort of now standing in, sort of catching his breath. I think just sort of like clutches his sword really hard, and I think he's gonna just pierce the middle of the boat. So it just starts sinking in a rage.
It breaks. Oh, no, you see the water is now welling up through it, and it begins to lower.
I think he just starts walking away.
He sort of takes the oars, but the whole boat. Are you still in it?
Can I just stay in the
I
water?
was gonna say you
Stand
just.
out. Stand on the water. You were
Can
in
I
the
pick
boat.
up
You're no
the-
longer in the boat.
I'm just walking
Can I
away
pick
now.
up the girl's body?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all step out of the boat. He starts to try and row it. It moves, but then the whole front of it just. He reaches out his hands. Swimming through the dark water, the lantern. He's swimming past you.
I don't want
This
to.
is
I was
gonna
gonna say
help
yeah,
it.
same.
I'm gonna help him.
You walk over, grab his hand.
And we'll pull him to shore.
You just are dragging his body through the water, sort of behind you as you walk.
It's like we're walking a
I'm
dog.
gonna lay the girl's body down, and then step on his back.
You hear the bone break, just like the old spine.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
I didn't mean to
God.
that
Yeah,
hard.
you guys don't want to let him drown. but you
Okay.
want someone
I
to
didn't do
He
it.
didn't break his bone.
Okay,
You just hear a crack.
okay.
Just let this.
His face is in the dirt.
Did you see a boy come through here?
I already told you no.
No,
How long have you been here?
I come every day.
When did you get here?
Bad catch.
When did you get here?
Sometime when the sun was high in the sky,
And you saw no one.
blocked by the gray cloud.
You saw no one.
No, it was a bad catch.
She's gonna step on.
Oh. He just moves to start getting up.
Where are you heading?
Back to town. Tell them it was a bad catch.
Oh my fucking god, man! I'm
I mean,
this
he's
close.
gonna
I think
die
I-
up here. Has
I-
it been long enough?
No, actually,
the gates
yeah.
are closed?
I think the gates are just about to close. He did say we were taking a while on this, so.
Yeah, how much longer till the gates close, Nevin? Average.
You won't get there in time.
Imagine.
Well, I'm talking about him.
That's
yeah, we're just
if we won't, he won't.
Mm-hmm.
He's an old man. We're out.
He sort of looks back at the boat. Anything he had in there was gone. Can't see. And he just is sort of walking into the night.
Yeah, his glasses in there.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No.
that sucks. He didn't see the boy,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna let's
Nope.
just follow the blood.
That was awful.
I kind of want to go kill that.
No,
You can if you want
I
to.
think
It's
sort
your
of.
choice.
Oh.
I'd say
He's gonna die
You
anyway.
sort
can't
of
go
in that
kill
debacle,
an old
like when
man.
she like
Just
stepped
like
on
you
his
can't
back
go
and
kill a
everything,
little
I think.
girl, but
Just
we're
sort
not
of
the
like
ones
on a
that decide.
So
one
you're
track
telling me
mind.
you leave Hitler
So we're
alive?
gonna just start making like
Not
sort
an
of
old
like a
man. He is an
parade,
old man.
basically.
So you're gonna
No,
leave him
he's like
alive
50.
to go do it again?
Do you have a shovel?
He's not gonna do it again.
No.
Wait.
Oh, you're talking about him.
He's
You're
not
talking
gonna
about
die.
Hitler.
Huh?
Do you want to use spell botch?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the
You
bigger
can
part.
start
He's not getting back in
Digging a
time.
grave in the muddy dirt here.
This is like the whole
Druid situation
druid
again?
situation
No, it
all
did not.
over again. He's gonna come back.
No,
And
he's gonna be in the woods and die.
He could find somebody else to help him.
Okay.
I don't think this is fair.
Then go kill him. Nobody's stopping you.
What do you want to do? You see as Soren begins to dig in the muddy dirt at the shore of this lake.
I guess I'll help him.
Yeah, that'll probably help. And I'll be human again.
Okay.
Or not elf.
I will remind you that this girl is dressed in very particular garb.
Vasily.
Is there anything on her body that could give anything other than just that she's Vistani? Like no name on the clothes, like a tag?
Do I guess to that, I think there's probably a hint that the Vistani may have special like ways that they honor their dead, maybe.
I'm merely stating that you know where this girl came from.
Yeah.
Did you get the old man's name? We can like dox him.
No. And he's in the woods wandering at night. I don't think he's gonna.
But we can
Well,
also.
I mean, like, in the event that he has friends that might do this as well.
You guys can go ask for his name.
Oh,
They're
no,
probably
fair.
not far.
I was asking if you got it. That
No.
I was just
I
checking.
didn't.
All right. Well,
So yeah, we'll probably just spend the time to bury her and then keep looking for
wouldn't
Milavaj.
it be better to like hand her off to the Vistani?
I don't want to
Well,
walk
we
over
know
with the
we know
body.
the camp is nearby, but we don't know where it's at, unless like
Yeah.
Unless
This
we
is like
to-
just outside of Valaki. It's like we passed by it, didn't we?
The townspeople have sort of told you it's very close to Valaki.
Do you know
So if
how
we
far
want
it
to-
would be from where we are?
You have
Listen,
to ask.
I don't want to walk over to their place with a girl's dead body and no culprit other than ourselves.
We can bring the man.
It's too late. He's already gone.
Yeah.
You see,
I mean,
he's an old man. How
he's
far?
not-
We
he's
saw
not gonna
the.
get
He's
that
walking
far.
towards
With
town.
your dark vision, you can still see him.
Then go.
We're
get him.
lit up. We see.
Then
see.
go get him.
All right.
If you want to bring the girl's body.
He's just sort of limping.
On second thought.
You just hear a voice in the darkness. Second thought.
What do you do?
Why don't you come with us?
No.
Wasn't asking.
He just keeps walking.
Alright, I'll use Mage Hand to trip him. Just to grab his
You
leg.
can't.
I can't grab his leg?
You
Alright,
can't do that with Mage Hand.
fair enough.
I mean, you can.
Then can
shove
I
him
just
if
pick
you
him
want
up?
to.
I'll pick him up.
I'll telekinetic shove him to the ground.
What do you do?
Alright.
I'll pick him up.
Maybe
Pick him up?
I'll come over and
As you move to
overstrike.
pick him up, he just goes, he's forcing you off of him.
Maybe just hold him down and I can.
Okay, I'll
restrain
hold him down.
I'll use rope to tie his hands and legs.
Oh, what are you doing?
We just need more.
Tying his hands and his legs?
Yeah.
Okay. You've tied both his hands and his legs. He's on the ground. He's immobilized.
We need more information from you.
I don't think we're gonna get much.
I'm more gonna just. I'm more here for like a. You're gonna answer for this.
I mean, something's wrong with him.
There's the sound of bats flying overhead.
We need to start setting up. I need to start setting up soon.
Yeah, we still need to find. We haven't gotten any closer to finding Millivage. That's the whole reason we're out here. I mean, we don't want him to die during the night.
Yeah.
We either search for Millivage for a little bit. I do need to set up that spell soon.
We can bring the girl in the morning.
Just there's something wrong with this guy. Like there was something wrong with the guy in the bar. Just like there was something wrong with the girl we're trying to save as well.
I'm sorry, little one, but there's something wrong with everyone in this town, in this land. Some people are just horrible people. We've heard how they talk about the Vistani.
Just
Point
doesn't
where they're
seem
willing
right.
to.
You can listen to the way he talks. He's not in the right mind at all. I mean,
Nevin,
Well, not for nothing, but
Nevin, do we know where the Vistani are located? On our
So we
map?
had to ask around.
Oh,
You-
okay.
You've heard that there is a Vistani encampment close by the lobby. That's all you've heard. You've not
Okay,
asked
so we
for
didn't ask for it on the map. Okay.
damn. Wow.
So we would have
For
to
now.
go looking around.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You were stacking that into a tower, weren't you? This- Well, from one. Speaking from one old man, seeing another, I can simply see that he's senile. That doesn't excuse it.
well, I
A
can't
man
just.
like this must answer.
I can't
Getting
just
up.
let him in good conscience wander into the woods and die a vampire or something.
I had no plans to, but he must answer for what he did.
You can keep him
We'll
for
take
the
him-
night, but
Bring him into town. Turn him in.
I say we turn him into the
I don't
Vistani.
think they would turn him in for any reason.
They don't seem keen on keeping the. They don't seem keen on keeping the the Vistani alive. For what it's worth, I'd say we take him to the Vistani in the morning and show
They
them
just
what he
seem
did.
like the Vistani were as welcome here in Valokia as they were in Barovia.
Fair enough.
We let this tribe know what he did and let them judge what to do with him. It's not our place, but we still have a boy to find.
Yeah. Let's try to do that again.
For now,
You tried to look through the path, and then he said it dead ended.
It went
And the
down to
pond.
a pond and then
for now, I say we tie him to a tree.
it went southwest.
We're still gonna. He's just stuck to a tree now in the dark. Something will still kill him.
Sitting duck.
But before we go to rest, we still have the night's not fully started yet.
He's immobilized. He can't go anywhere.
That's what I mean. Well, regardless. Oh wait, he's currently immobilized.
Yes,
Right.
he
Okay.
can't move.
For now, I say we leave him here. Keep searching, and when we come back, we'll keep him with us.
Okay.
Tiny Hut's a very powerful spell.
What should we search next? Because the path dead ended. I mean, there's
The
that
blood.
pond.
We could walk around the
She
pond.
searched the blood, and it dead ended to a pond.
Right.
We'll just walk
No,
around the
wasn't
pond,
that
see if
the
it's
shovel?
natural.
That's the shovel, and the
did.
blood.
The blood
led
just
us.
spread out.
No, but the blood led us to the pond.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't think there's much else to look for.
Just the pond. Maybe we can look in or something.
I
Not
can hold that breath.
literally, just around the pond, maybe.
I think fair. I think it's more of a river. Like I think that might have been Nevin's way of telling us like it just washed off, and they just went in that direction. Well, I think we may just need to follow that direction in the morning.
Yeah, it's just leaving him out sucks.
Leaving who out?
Millivage.
Millivage.
right,
The
yeah.
The whole
Drunkards
reason
are
why-
out.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
defeats-
I know. I'm saying like I don't know who you're referring to with all the
Yeah.
hymns.
I guess can we just follow you back to where you found it dead ended and just look around there?
I'll take you.
Are we leaving the guy on the floor?
I'll
Do
keep
you want me to
watch.
carry him?
I'll keep watch if
I
you
can
guys
just
want.
carry him.
Okay, that works then.
So, you make your way back to the small encampment. It
Can we
is-
gag him too?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Night. I will officially say that night has now fallen. So
Fallen.
you arrive back at the encampment of this smoked out fire. Move back through the forest of the Svalich woods. This horrid. There's like a howl in the distance, a large, deep howl, far, far away, echoing through the valley. You arrive back at the pond. There's no life, nothing. It's eerily quiet.
Should we
I
continue? I feel like we should just.
I
set up
strongly
camp.
suggest we
Absolutely
continue in the morning.
Yeah, I guess we're out of time. So we can probably set it up.
Yeah, I'll start ritual casting
Oh.
Liamon's Sign. Or just, I mean, it's the end of the day. I'll just use a regular casting spell slot a minute to start using Liamon's Tiny Hut.
Okay. So,
I want to get this done as quick as possible.
Yeah, that makes
Less
me sad.
chance to things hurting us.
so it's everybody who's inside when you cast the spell, or you can designate them.
I think it's just everyone around you.
Excuse you.
I mean, stationary. It fails when you cast it if it isn't big enough to fully encapsulate all creatures in its area, and it's a 10-foot radius, so 20 feet.
I see. So you watch as Soren whispers an incantation, grabs his amulet, and this sphere, this dome, is summoned around all of you. It has this smoky, opaque exterior that you can't see through.
What color
But
is it?
I'd say the best way to probably imagine is like imagine just like a moon, basically.
Ooh.
a moon that doesn't emit much light, but it has a sort of pale
So-
white surface.
Can-
You are all inside of it, and you can see outside. Nothing can see in.
And
Are we
it's
bringing
pretty warm. in
The
here.
body in with us? Or are we leaving it out there?
We're ringing it in.
Okay, then can I wrap it in a blanket?
Sure.
I have a blanket. Can we? We're gonna keep the guy in here too, right? Okay, then yeah, we'll just put him off in the corner.
Also, I believe he's able to make it warm in here, so we don't gotta
Yeah,
worry
it's
about
warm.
cold.
It's warm in here.
So, you are inside of Leoman's tiny hut, as you have been before in another life. What are you all doing? There's
Sleep.
strange chirps in the distance, scratching of wood
yeah.
around you.
So how long can everybody stay up?
I can stay up for. I just need 4 hours of
Me too.
rest.
20 hours. That's how long I can be up.
Okay.
I need
20 hours.
Then he means
But
like
then
he.
out of a day.
Yeah. So yeah, I need a 4 hour long rest. I'll probably I still have second and third level spell slots. I'll probably be
Yeah.
casting aid, so I'll take like the first watch, and then we can start off the first 4 hours of the day with a few
then-
extra hit points.
I can take the second watch then. If you take the first 4 and then I'll
Does-
sleep during that.
Does temp HP go away on long rest?
Yes.
Ah,
I'm just seeing, because I have one more spell slot, but it's third. I don't think I can do anything with it right
you
now.
can use every
Just
spell
cast Good
below
Berry.
third level with a third
And
level.
you can just
spell.
cast Good Berry again.
You can.
I can with it?
Yeah, you can. Anything that's
Even though
below
it's-
third level, you can upcast it even if it doesn't do anything.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will cast Good Berry.
Yeah. So
Pocket.
I will use a second level aid on
Second level aids.
I have 8 too.
on Rokar.
What does that do?
Plus 5 to your max and current HP. Lasts 8 hours, but I'm gonna use it at the sort of end of my watch and then rest. So
So I'd have for 4 hours after we wake up.
Yeah.
I see.
I'll cast it on you, Amy.
And yourself?
Well, I also have a third. You can choose up to 3, and I'll use a second level for that, and then I'll use my next third level to upcast it, which gives us 10. So I'll use that on myself, Jared, and you. So we
Oh.
all 3 of us get 10.
Okay, thank you.
And it's not temp HP?
No,
It's
go-
max HP?
It's modifying Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. When you see max modifier,
I got it.
4 hours, we get an extra 5. So should I put that on right now?
I got 40.
It would be this. Yeah. I put positive 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am out of spell slots.
Wait, is it 5 or 10?
5 for you because I use a low
Oh,
level spell.
so I got 10?
No, you all just get 5.
So who got 10?
The
Me.
3 of us.
Mr. 30 health.
You motherfucker.
So cool.
It is really cold.
So,
Okay.
who is taking first watch?
I'm taking first watch since I have to do that to get the 4 hours for aid.
Alright.
And how many hours do I have to sleep?
8.
8 for you.
And
for
how long
everyone.
is the long rest? Sorry, forgot.
8.
Oh, so I have to sleep 8 hours, so I can't do a watch.
No, you have. Sorry. You have to sleep 6 hours. You can
Oh,
take
okay.
2 hours out of a long rest to keep watch, minor things like reading a book, keeping watch.
Yeah.
Can
light
I
on
attune
But you
TV.
can't
to-
you can't do spells or anything.
Can I can't attune.
Says it takes an hour.
Attuning takes an hour, so you can take. I will say that during that though you can't keep watch.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'll
keeping watch
attune for
already,
an
so-
hour, and then I'll do the last hour watch.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
I'm doing the watch for the second half too.
So
Yeah, I'll do it with him.
first watch. Who is taking it?
I
This is the
am.
first 2 hour slot. Who is awake?
Barbara.
I am.
You're awake? Are you awake?
He's doing the first 4 area, and then I'm
You'll
doing
do
the next
last
4.
4. So you're awake for the whole 4 hours, so that's
Yeah.
2 watches. What about you?
I'm awake for the last 2 hours. 1 hour for attunement, and the last hour for.
So it's just you.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Alright, make a perception check.
Here we go.
Keep track of what that is.
Yeah, hold on, let me go to my skills. 10 plus 4 and 6, 21.
A dragon?
An ancient red dragon.
So,
What's he gonna do against a dome?
and you said you were tuning during the last 2 hours, so you're not awake.
Yeah.
So, right now, Soren, you're the only one awake. You see as you lay down this man who you've not asked his name yet, he just sort of slumps down into the grass. Do you give him anything to lay on, or is he just laying on the surface of the wilds?
See
I'll
if I
give
have
him-
anything.
I got nothing.
I mean, I got a blanket and I think a bedroll somewhere.
I mean, does he need something to lie on?
Yeah, I got a bedroll.
I've
He's
only got
fine.
1 bedroll. I don't have anything.
Just
I
lay a blanket
reiterate-
down for him.
I reiterate, must we?
We're kind people.
Okay. I'm ready to turn this guy into essentially the police in my mind right now
Mm-hmm.
for child murder. I'm okay if he doesn't sleep on a blanket.
So,
Okay, then we'll give him a blanket.
Soren, what'd you roll for perception?
21.
21.
Trent? Okay, I'm going downstairs. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Zane's going to the bathroom.
Okay.
Ooh, the apples.
So, as you all settle down, did you give him anything?
I couldn't because I already used my blanket for the girl.
He just sort of settles down into the rock with the ropes tied, and he sort of quickly looks around. He initially maybe tries to squirm out, but you just sort of reach over and stop, and he just sort of lays down. It is dark, desolate, in this foliage wood. You are the only one awake, Soren, as you sit in the middle of this hut, and you look out around you, and you see that it is a foggy, foggy night, as the barely visible moon sheds light down on this wisps of fog that move about. You hear something. You hear a twig break. You hear. You hear multiple sounds moving in. They're all around you. All around you, in every direction. And you see that near the pond, moving from the fog with your dark vision, you see the head of a wolf move out. And you see 1, 2, hold on. These are not the same wolves you saw before. You see that around the muzzles of these wolves there's just layered and caked on blood. And you see that they are large. These are large wolves, and they just prowl out. They're just moving, and you see they're all looking at this strange thing that they found, and they just... Do you do anything?
Seeing how many there are, I think I'd try and stay as still and quiet as I can, but obviously I'm just watching them all.
These are dire wolves. They are large creatures. They're as big as a man, larger than a man. And they're just prowling about, moving. You see that two of them begin to circle the hut. Meanwhile, one of them goes up to sniff it, and they just begin to scratch and claw at the hut. They can't get in, right? They can't get in. And that scratching wakes all of you up. You all wake up, and you see around you these two wolves just... And one of them just... And they're just prowling about, moving. After about an hour, if any of you can fall asleep with these wolves about, they finally leave, moving back out into the woods.
I sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Can I sleep any of that room?
We're so lucky that we hit level 5.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for? I can just tell you.
With that,
I just want to read it.
Sorry.
Some specific things. I'll just pull it up.
with that, Soren, the rest of the rest passes. 4 hours. Nothing else disturbs you. You. And eventually you have to trance. You wake up hiatus. It is now your watch. You can stay up all 4 hours, and then there are 2 sets of 2 more hours that anybody else can decide to be awake to help. So, you are awake.
So, not to be greedy, just in case I need it, I've long rested.
Who is awake? You are awake.
For the last 2.
Were you
For the last
clarifying?
2.
Or were you like
So I've used my 4 hours. Have I long rested?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can use it.
Yeah, and you have I guess technically, if we did get into combat right then and there, you wouldn't have it, but now everyone now does have their max HP.
Just in case, you never know if I'll need it or not, but I have my stuff.
None of you else have long rested. No one else.
No.
Just you.
I used everything.
I wish I had like industrial heaters on my shoes. They're the only part of me that gets cold. And I'm like, I'll double layer in socks, put on slippers and everything, but like, it's just impossible.
The
My
floor
hands
is
get
just really cold.
Keep rolling that die a lot.
Yep.
One for each wolf.
10 minutes to speak with them. Hey guys. Long night, huh? I hate you. I know.
Oh, food. We'll just wait.
No, animal friendship. Be my friend.
I stick my
I
hand.
can.
I know we both can.
Well, would they
We both
be
get two
animals or would they
wolves.
be monsters?
You should
They're
be
animals.
in.
They're beasts.
Ah,
Unless
cool.
they're people who
So-
turn into wolves.
Hiatus.
Should I have rolled for something?
Roll perception.
Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness.
One.
Hold on, math. 25.
Damn!
Goodness
You're rolling
gracious.
high today.
No, me.
Ah, you
Well,
damn
I
druids.
was like, never mind.
As you sit in the night, you see a man. He's moving through the woods. And you see that his trail is lit by the dim light of a very, very shallow lantern. He's just moving. He's getting closer, closer to you.
Can I make out what he looks like at all from where I am?
You see that as he begins to get closer, moving across the pond, you see that he's wearing a hood drawn over his face.
Can I tell his body type at all?
It's a thin man.
Is he tall?
Average height. He's armed. Just moves closer. He stops at the edge of the trees near this small clearing of the pond. The lantern he puts back down, and he just looks out. You can see that just barely underneath the cowl you see a black beard, sort of tan skin, and you see that he's wearing clothing, leather armor, but also sort of clothing that looks Vistani. He's just looking. And then he backs off.
That's the dad.
You see, this man is incredibly stealthy, but with that roll, you're able to keep track of him as you stand at the edge. You see him move silently across the forest. He traces a circle around the entire thing, and then eventually you watch him reach down, pick up something, and then you just see him. He throws something into the pond, a rock. It splashes in. All of you wake up.
Of course. God damn it.
I'll relay what I saw. There's a guy, looks Vistani, just threw a rock in the pond. Good morning.
Okay.
We should keep it down.
I'm gonna keep watch still,
That's a good idea.
and I would just like a hawk, not literally.
I'm sorry, I need a piece of wood.
Okay.
Pee-pee.
After he stays there for the entire rest of the night, as you sleep. And it's only as the gray morning sun starts to crest, just a lightless gray across this land. He moves silently back into the woods.
Oh, that was not a human. Maybe.
He moves silently back into the woods.
Vistani,
He
Wait,
looks
he
Vistani.
was probably just, at the same time, my running theory is that the dad looking for his daughter and then just staring at us to see if we'll make a move.
Who also doesn't like the sun.
Oh, well, that too. You know what? Didn't think about that. I wasn't even considering the sun part. I was just considering didn't want to be seen.
Well, we don't know much about the Vistani.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just
We
taking.
haven't-
I'm taking a guess because who would avoid the sun like that?
Well, there's no sun here.
There's still sun. It's just not.
Well,
like, happy joy.
I think it's just that it's getting daytime and it's easier to be seen.
I think it's just he doesn't want to be seen.
Could be that too.
Yeah, let's see, because
Regardless, eventually the gray morning comes and you all awake. You having been awake, a nervous night, especially considering your character watching this man essentially just stare you down for the entire night. Imagine being a little kid in your room when you see a man staring at you through the window for the entire night.
you got something to tell us, Nev?
Spooky. The only leaves come the light of the morning, gray light. As your companions awake, rustling, and you see the old man, the fisherman, is still asleep. What do you all do?
Do we get a long rest?
You have successfully long rested.
Ooh, good work.
As you all awake, I believe Leonard's tiny hut would be done by now, right?
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours. It's a
Exactly as you all begin to wake, the hut dissipates, and you see, as it does so,
Well, make sure
above you,
change your
in the trees,
because
just
we longer.
a crowd, a flock of bats that were almost unseen in their silence, just fly across the sky. They send tiny sticks down, moving across the sky over the Svalak woods. You are awake, you have long rested. This is your 4th day in Barovia. What are you doing?
We survived a night in Barovia. This is how we did.
Outside of a civilization.
We don't need no town.
I'm so since having on about y'all, but that's crazy.
10 minutes later, TPK.
Alright, I'm gonna tell the main character sheets.
Oh, what is it?
Did I too?
When you long rest, sometimes
Well,
if you didn't mark it,
right.
it will
All
reset
right.
to any max HP changes.
You
So make sure
spent-
it didn't.
An hour.
You could
Oh,
not
plus
see the
5%.
man.
Yeah. Fine.
No.
What'd you attune to?
I just told you of this man and you could not see
Huh?
him.
What'd you attune to?
The amulet.
Ooh.
Holy symbol of Raven kind.
Oh yeah, Jared.
Did you ever
If you
attune to
changed
cloak
your-
protection? You did.
If you changed your HP before long resting, it might have reset it.
It did.
Yeah. So
Thank
just
you.
do that.
Oh, did you tell everybody else?
No fighting.
Yeah. Same thing with you, Jasper.
40
Just make sure.
Amy,
Okay, thank you.
did
Wait,
you
what
do
am I
your
doing?
max
What am I
HP?
doing?
Are you sure?
If you
the
changed your
first
max
one
HP
stupid?
before you reset,
Yeah.
Yeah,
before
you are.
long
Thank
rest,
you.
just make sure it's
But-
still 10.
Don't you look at me. Don't want all your 4 eyes looking right at me.
Okay. So, you were all the
I
way.
felt something go into my eye when you did that.
It
What are
was
you
my
doing
goose
now?
shame. Well, first thing Brokar's gonna do is get up.
Well, we
Got
could,
lip.
yeah, we can either keep looking for a Milavage, or we can go around and start and maybe ask around to see if we can find that Visani camp.
Brokar wants to go straight to the Vistani camp.
Probably the Vistani.
He
It's daytime now, so
Yeah.
if he is alive, he'll be okay for a day. Hopefully.
So
Right.
who are we gonna ask? Well, we have a.
Oh, we can just ask around.
But I mean, what do you mean around? Like, who?
Yeah.
I mean, just any. They would know where it is. They would probably tell us.
Who's they?
The bigger
Wait,
problem is
Just
we
the
have
people
a.
in general.
The bigger problem is we have a tied up old man and a dead girl in tow.
We can just.
Sorry, Nevin. Didn't the two guys that stopped us with the wagon? Didn't they say they'd be somewhere that we can go to find them again? For
They said they'd be at the Vistani camp outside of Alaki.
of course.
I mean, some of us. I mean, just one of us can just go back to like.
If it's close to Valaki, I'm sure somebody in Valaki knows about it.
It's only a 15-minute walk.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
super long. So like one of us can go back.
We
and
also got to remember
either.
what is it? How is it gonna look on us if we're asking about where the camp is? Because remember, they don't like us associating with them
You
either.
just ask Irvin.
You know, we're also weirdos.
Ask who?
The Irvin.
Oh yeah, Irwin.
Yeah, and he'll probably tell us.
Okay.
And just say like, just so we know, like, which direction to avoid.
We can ask the people of the woods. Oh, merry man.
That's true. If you want to, you could try and hunt down a squirrel or two and ask.
Oh my God! Wait a
and-
minute.
And
That's a spell slot though.
Well,
No,
no,
you can ritual
but it would
cast
be
it.
very limited. Like, the scroll might not know, and even if it does, it's a squirrel, so it might just be like,
Do you
well,
know?
no, you can ask it like, have you seen where like a bunch of people with bright clothing, bright funny clothing.
What's clothing?
If you want to, if that's assuming you don't want to
use
ask
the
the
ritual?
people of Valaki where the camp
I
is.
do it as
at.
many times as I want. It just takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's like I said. That's assuming you don't want to ask the people of Valaki where the Vistani camp
We
is.
might get a more concise and easier answer out of a person.
We could also just
that's
say,
why
hey,
that was my first thing. I'm just
But
saying.
that is
'cause-
very clever. I'd love to do it, but I don't want to
Let's
waste our
just-
time.
Yeah.
What are you all doing?
Sorry, Nev.
Probably going back to Valaki?
You
Um,
make the short trek back
Yeah,
to the
I
village
feel
of
like
Alaki.
I feel
I-
like one of us should probably
Stay
not
behind.
not roll up to the town with a man in a sack.
I'm gonna keep watch on the sack and the girl, or the sack and the man.
Where?
We'll walk
About
maybe about 10 minutes into our walk.
out of eye shot. So about how far would you say that is? Like
I don't know. I shall what?
of
The
guards?
gate.
The guards,
The
the gates, the town.
You can do that.
And then some of us will go in and ask them.
You can just ask the guards, or
So-
Irwin.
You make a short trek back to the town of Alaki. You see the torches burnt down out front of the Tsarevich gate. You see two guards standing at the interior around the wooden palisade of the large town.
Interior.
So, with that, as you approach, they look at you. Ah! Seems you're missing one. Looks like the Barovian Knight got him. What got him, huh?
Nothing.
He's fine.
He's just enjoying the water, I guess. It's a turtle, you know.
Oh, he was strange.
That sounds
He's a
animalist.
Okay. They open the gate. It creaks open.
Thank you.
Sorry.
They shut it behind you. You're just, Rokar, you're alone on the foggy Svalich Road. Or not the Svalich Road, but this foggy road to Lake Zarvich with this man. What do you do?
You could probably get you a cast of Phantom Steed in case you need a quick getaway.
Alright. Mind if I start ritual casting Phantom Steed?
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll walk to Erwin's thing.
The Blue Water Inn.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. You approach, you enter, you see that it is practically empty, at least the tap room is this time of day. But you see Danica is just sort of wiping down the bar. Welcome.
Hello.
Where were you last night?
We
I would
went
have
out.
expected you to stay here.
We went out past the gate time and weren't let back in. Yes.
By the gods.
But
I'm sorry.
don't worry. We had a very good
No,
spell.
she has a face of sorrow. Like,
Oh, no. He's okay. He's at the water.
oh.
He's enjoying it. Don't worry. Thank you.
You know, big turtle, lake.
Yeah.
He's like about to start mourning from him and he's just
No.
like blowing the dandelion.
Thank you for your concern.
He's also not happy. He's sitting with a dead child.
Well, then
Yeah.
that was quite
Yeah,
dangerous.
we're very sorry.
Well, I'm glad you've returned.
Thank you.
Not much has happened since you left. And, of course, it's morning, but, well, me and Owen speculated that the burgomaster might call for another public execution, but he hasn't. He might have something more in store. I'm not sure. Regardless, you should know, if you take a trip by the town square, those women have nearly finished the Wicker Sun. I think the Festival of the Blazing Sun might just be happening tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Okay. That sounds nice. We actually needed some information.
Oh, really? What can I do for you?
We wanted to
Spit it out,
catch
girl.
up
It's okay.
with some Vistani.
Vistani?
She says a little quieter. Yeah. About the wine shipments. And because they offered us a reward.
No one did tell me that. They did ship to the Vistani for a short time. What exactly are you looking for?
Their camp, we wanted to catch up with a couple of them.
Easy enough. It's not a ways outside of town. Just walk outside the eastern gate, go south, you'll see a road leading there. Their wagons leave pretty big indentations. You'll be able to find it.
Okay.
I have never been there myself. Few people in the town have. The Vistani can be tricksters. But from what I remember, I think it's perched on a hill. I also believe they're close to the Dusk Elves.
The Dusk Elves?
Yes, the Dusk
What
Elves.
are the Dusk Elves?
I don't know.
Oh.
Do I know?
Well, thank you. It's very
Of course.
helpful.
It shouldn't take you long to get there. It's less than a few minutes' trek.
Yeah, we'll be back in time for the festival.
I hope so. I'm trepidatious, but, well, I'm trepidatious. It's a nerve-wracking event. I wish you luck. Good night. Or, sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. She's gonna walk out.
Can I get a definition of what that word means?
You okay?
Trepidatious, it means cautious.
Okay. You could just say
I feel like I'm in an episode of Word Doodle.
It's a festival. I forget. It's been so long since I've thought about it. Wasn't that a bad thing for
Yeah.
us?
He basically
we were
means this needs.
assuming.
Yeah.
We're
sorry.
assuming
No,
it's
you
a
can.
bad thing, but
All we know is that she said girl needs to be ready in time for festival.
Okay, so
Something
we can
is like
assume it's not a good thing and that we don't want it to catch up to us.
that. Pseudo, yeah.
So our plan might not work anymore.
I'm trying to
What
think.
plan?
You have an entire day?
Lady
If you have an
Gaga.
entire day and horses.
Okay, yeah. So let's go meet up back with Rook. We're gonna approach the gate with the guards.
Hey, out again so soon.
Yeah, gotta get our friend. Thanks.
Okay.
No one's swing.
So our plan right now, just so
How long
we're
are we
all on the same page, was
Long enough for me
we
to
needed dirt and to kill Lady Wachter, bring it to the cheeseburger, and
Burger master.
we needed to bring it to him, and then he
Yep.
needed time to send Isaac away, and then we go in and take the girl.
Yeah.
We can't do all that in a day. I
So-
don't think.
But we
Here's the thing.
don't know.
We also don't-
Irina's part of this.
We don't know. We just, I think, am I misremembering that he said like we need her ready in time for the festival? But I feel like I remembered him being. Okay,
He said we need to keep her for the day.
Oh, okay. Well then,
He did not say anything about Irina involving the festival.
Okay.
well, why did I assume? Why did I,
I thought so,
associate the
too.
two?
Unless-
oh wait,
unless
no.
you-
the
unless
second
you're-
that she was
yeah.
picked up, they started putting up those sun posters.
Yeah.
Like
And
instantly after
we
she
did-
was
Yeah,
picked
but
up.
they did that like literally as he got her,
so
right?
that was
It's
probably
not.
coincidental.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think
he
we
got
were
her literally as they were doing
I
that.
think we
Maybe
were
that's
just
what-
associating it with that
Yeah.
tarot
Well, either
card
way,
card.
this does sound like some big deal that we should be
What was
keeping
this
an eye out for.
It was like a lady above fire. That's
Oh,
why.
That's why.
yeah,
That's
that's
what
what it
we're
was.
assuming.
I like you on
Um,
fire.
I will say I didn't get a chance to do it because I used all my spell slots, but
But hey,
I
it does say
do-
treasure.
I do in fact have sending. I can try and message Irina.
She's
We ghosted her for 3 days. We're like, hey baby, how you doing?
I mean, you can, but I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, me neither.
Got 25 words.
Yeah, we got 25 words.
It's up to you.
And this is up to
You
her.
do that, but I'd encourage you all to think of what you're doing
Yeah.
right now.
We are
Yeah.
going to
You're
meet up with
going.
Rokar,
To meet Rokar.
and then we are going to the Vistani
To the
camp.
Vistani
We're
camp.
trying to find the trail
Okay.
that leads to it.
Do you move through the town or do you move around it?
We move around it.
Okay.
So bear in mind, have you guys met with Rokar yet?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to.
Well, you guys see a big horse.
Spectral horse.
Oh,
No. Well, it's called Phantom Steed. I think it's just a regular horse.
No, I think it,
That's
why I
I
got
think
regular
it
horse.
specifies it being a.
Unless you're God and can create life.
okay.
That's fair.
Can we put the bodies over it?
Probably.
Let's do that, and then someone put a blanket over them or something.
No, it's just a large, quasi-real horse-like creature.
Quasi-real, which means semi-spectral, phantom-like. It's not a real-looking horse. It's a phantom steed.
Hmm.
Okay. Then, yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just that's what the spell is called.
Calm your tits, man. They're
Okay.
everywhere.
Then let's just get going.
You go to the Vistani camp.
We find it? Hey.
You find it. They were told you where it was.
No, she said follow the trail. I thought we would have to do investigation work or something. With the friggin' wheelbarrow.
It's like I couldn't have said it better, Boomhauer.
Investigation for
That's literally what I was thinking.
Dang a wheelbarrow.
What did you say? You said you put the bodies on the horse. I'm not.
I think I want to put at least the girl's body on the horse and cover it with a blanket.
Alright. You sort of the body on the horse.
Oh, but it's wrapped in a blanket. Never mind.
Wrapped in a blanket. You're able to stay close by it as you. Are you riding the horse or are you just leading it along?
I'm leading it along.
Okay. And it lasts for an hour, correct? Right. You all make your way around Vallaki. Staying clear of the tree line, there is sort of a small field separating Vallaki from the Svalak wood that sort of butts up against it. You make your way around the side of the town, not a long ordeal, until you arrive back at the gate that leads east of Vallaki, that you left to go to the Wizard of Wines. You go back on that, you see that there are a few derelict houses along this trail that have been long since abandoned, and there is a small section of road that coalesces into a much more dirty, less pronounced road that does lead a small ways into the Svalak wood. And it matches the description. It is south of Vallaki. You continue along this road until you arrive. Let me find it. So, following these footpaths and clearly delineated sort of horse trails that lead south and west of Vallaki, you see that the woods begin to part and they reveal an expansive clearing. You see a small grass-covered hill with low houses that are actually built into the hill's side. So you see a series of homes that are built into the side of this hill. You see that fog seems to obscure the details, but you can see that those buildings built into the side of the hill, they feature elegantly carved woodwork, and they have decorative lanterns that hang from their sculpted eaves. You see that atop this large hill, above the fog, there is a ring of barrel-topped wagons. They surround a large tent that is topped with a column of smoke that pours out through a hole at its peak. You see that tent, it is brightly lit from within, and that even at this distance, you can smell the odor of wine and the sign of the kind of odor of a lot of horses. A lot of horses. I'm sure you know the scent. I don't, but like the scent of horses that is just sort of emanating from that central camp area.
It's like kind of weirdly sweet.
No. Horses don't smell sweet. If there's a bunch of horses.
I feel like the areas around horses smell sweet.
Stinky.
When you drive on the freeway,
Not
you
good
smell that
sweet,
smell.
like the kind of like rotten sweet.
When you go on the freeway and you smell that smell when you go past the barns, that's the horses.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
not what I.
don't
That's not what
talk to
as
them.
It's not as bad when you're near the barn, but it's because the trails collect so much of their feces.
Yeah, no. It's only a friend of mine owns horses, and it stinks, or it just smells a little sweet and weird.
Yeah, the horse itself does.
Maybe it's the hay. Hay. I stole that one from Tita.
Dang, I forgot that this place looks depressing.
Yeah, he described it so colorfully. I guess relative, it is
Because of
colorful.
Vistani or colorful.
What, is
So-
what do you mean by that?
These are the loose trails that lead up, the home situated at the base of the hill and the camp atop it. What do you do?
Approach.
Approach what?
Do we see anybody?
Trail.
You see just a few figures moving atop here. You also see that out front, it's not on the image here, but once again, this is just imagination. Out front of each of these houses, there is figures who are just sort of standing out front of each of the doors.
Well then, can we approach the nearest figure?
Which would be,
Probably
Yeah.
this one, yeah.
okay, hold on.
His name John. He gonna show you his sick tricks.
That name is John Vistani.
John Sherlin.
My name's Hank Hill.
I'm Glenn Quagmire.
My next character is gonna be John Barovia.
Yep.
Jonathan.
Jonathan who? Yeah, there it is.
Can we play Clone Wars tomorrow? Thank you.
Okay.
Star Wars, the Lego game, right?
So, you approach the nearest of these little hovels. It's a small home. You see there is, once again, sort of a colorful lantern, 3 different lanterns hanging out front of this hovel. And you see that standing in front of it, there is just a cloaked figure, garbed in just sort of gray leathers and a large cloak. And he's just sort of standing there. He has just a pointed spear at his arm, and he's just looking down. He's quite a sullen, dour figure. You do see clearly that this is an elf. It is a pale-skinned elf with sort of light gray hair that is going down.
Is he wearing the colors or is he just?
Wearing the Vistani colors? No.
Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Hello.
May we pass into the camp?
I believe so.
Thanks.
We're here to speak with the Vistani. Is there any leader we can speak with?
Vash. We, the Dusk Elves, are not part of the Vistani camp. They have merely pitched up near us.
Oh.
But if you're looking to talk to them, speak to Luvash.
I see.
Thank you.
He sort of looks at all of you, and he looks at you, the elves. Casimir might like to talk to you. If you wish to, I can direct you to him.
Who is that?
He's our leader. But it seems you only have business with the Vistani.
Maybe
I
we
wouldn't
can.
We wouldn't mind talking to him.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
I love all of you. Well, don't run us off yet.
His home is the one directly behind the camp, adjacent, opposite the trail. And he just sort of stands back.
Do you mind if I know your name? To tell him.
Yeah.
Imagine. Jeff.
My name? Jeff.
Sorry.
Jeff.
My name is Marek.
Marek? Marek.
All right.
Interesting name. Let's continue.
Let's keep going.
Oh, we're
We're
back.
back.
What is it? We can explain.
Just funny.
We can explain.
So,
Witchcraft.
you all head up to the Vistani camp.
Yeah.
Where's Mark?
What was the name of the guy? What was the name of the guy? I already forgot.
Hmm?
The leader of this one.
The Vistani.
Malavaj.
No.
No, the Vistani.
Yeah, the leader of the Vistani.
It's something similar to Milavaj, but I forgot what it was because
Oh
it's the
my
same
God.
note. I'm sorry, Jess.
Like,
not
what
you.
do you want from me?
It's not you. It's just that I can't remember names. This whole freaking game is so hard for me.
It's because he
Like
throws
Losh.
50 proper nouns at us and we have the memory of a goldfish.
Like Losh.
Collectively.
It was like-
One goldfish.
Maybe a goldfish and a half.
I'm gonna ask you to shut your eyes.
I'm gonna ask you to shut your mouths.
If I get in a fight, I'm leaving the table.
No, 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 no,
Take
no.
it away.
Jazz was gonna get in a
fight. Sight is
Jazz
but a dream.
I'm going to fight.
I
the
now live
leader.
in darkness.
That's you 2 seconds after.
You can actually open your eyes now.
Whoa! Let's
Stony
go.
Area
The
D.
Stony Camp. Look at
Oh, this is altitude.
Yes.
It's Adventure Time altitude.
What?
I'm gonna go and pee real quick.
PP.
Alright, I'm gonna walk through. Wow!
It's gonna go black for a moment.
Ah.
I'm gonna shift it. Charge. Battery saver's on.
Windy
I'm not
pins.
gonna let you die.
My thingy pins? Where?
They went away, but they were there lingering.
Were they? I didn't.
Lingering.
Oh, it's because it's cold and I'm leaving condensation.
You're touching it. Ooh, you're touching it. He's touching it. He's touching it. I snitched on you.
He said we can't look at it, SpongeBob. I'm touching it.
Oops! It opened by itself. The way he said, though he was talking earlier, like apples, was very similar to the guy who wants 500 cigarettes.
I think the horses have been my favorite roleplay I've done in D&D.
They're great.
So, as you approach the camp from this side, this is where you spoke to Marek. You see as you walk around the side of this hill, the trail going closer and closer, you begin to hear what sounds like a commotion from inside the center of this camp, but you can't see exactly what's going on. You see a handful of Vistani who are around here, and gathered around the central tent, within the circle of these barrel-topped wagons, are numbering about 24 horses who are just gathered around, drinking from small wooden buckets,
Oh no.
and just sort of eating from small piles of hay. There is one sort of elderly Vistani woman who is just sort of brushing when she looks at you.
Oh.
And then you just once again hear from inside the camp, there's just a commotion. You see all these wagons surrounding you. From inside, one of them you just hear a rancorous sort of and just from another one just emanates the smell of wine. And you just see out of one of the barrels, a man just sort of stumbles out and he's like, "You cheated! I know you did!" And then he's like,
Whoa!
and then he just sort of takes out a flask, a sort of water skin, and just starts walking.
Okay. And you said the middle thing is a hut? Or what is it? Sorry.
Yes, it is a hut.
Okay.
There are
So many horses.
there are multiple piles of horse dung just sort of scattered around. You see one young man who just sort of moving around, cleaning them, and there are once again more than 24 horses who are tethered to what seem to be stone blocks inside this circle of this wagon. Most of them are draft horses, but a few are riding horses and are actually equipped with a couple saddles, but not many. So,
Sorry, Nevin. I'm so sorry. What is the name of the guy? I'm gonna write it down. That's how sorry I am.
Luvash.
Sorry?
Luvash.
Luvad.
That is the name.
Movie
How do you spell it?
Luvash.
Goulash.
Luvash.
Goulash.
Goulash.
Fromage.
Fromage. I'd
So,
like to speak
so
with
you guys have the man with you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just moving him along behind you?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, he's just sort of aimlessly looking about, like, he just sort of spits on the ground.
Okay.
From outside of this main tent, you hear, you see that piled outside of it, there are several empty casks of wine, and you see that from inside the tent, you hear there's just a loud noise. You hear what sounds like the crack of a whip, and then you just hear just echoing from inside. You see that there are that is what you hear.
Okay. What is his name? Gosh dang it.
Luvash.
Okay, I'm going to. There's only an old lady outside.
There are a few about. They're
Okay,
just sort
I'm
of
gonna
eyeing you, looking.
walk up to the nearest person.
Just.
Hello, sorry to bother you.
Hello.
Do you know where I could find Luvash?
Where do you think you'll find the watch?
Oh.
She just sort of.
Oh.
The big
In the
building.
tent?
You know what?
He's not.
Fair point.
I was gonna say it's fair enough.
He's not in his wagon.
Oh. Okay, thanks.
She's just sort of, move along. Come on. And she just sort of moves on to the next
What
horse.
did her
and she sort
horse
of,
look like?
the horse?
Yeah.
It has sort of.
Jared, you have
It has
20
sort of
horses
light
to
yellow.
talk to, please
hair
don't.
That is shimmering now.
Taste it.
Jared.
Oh my god, it's an experience.
Hiatus.
Okay,
Took me a song.
so I'm going to
I will counter
walk
Strahd
to
you
the
so
tent then.
hard.
Are any of you
Oh,
doing anything?
not good.
Or are you following?
Yeah,
on
anybody
this?
want to do anything?
No. Right now Rokar's like really just point A to point B.
Okay, I do want to talk as a
Yeah.
group before
Yeah.
we do this, though.
Yeah.
So what's our plan here?
We've come to say we've honored them by bringing their child back so they can do their proper ritual.
Yeah.
And
Assuming
Simply.
that they have something special.
I'd say it's not our place to judge here. To like, sorry, what would the word be? But serve justice here. This would be of the people's place.
If they care.
Well,
looking around, it seems like a little grim for an old man.
You're not wrong.
about as grim as a dead child, I'd say.
He's not
Yeah.
evil. I think we can all see that he's not evil.
He is not.
I can't.
Look at him. There's something wrong with him, but he's not evil.
All right. Which is why we haven't killed him.
Exactly, and I
Kept him alive.
I think we can kind of assume what's going to happen if we,
What would you suggest?
I
Because when I see a murdered child,
know I don't,
Have
I
little
don't take
patience
it
for
lightly.
this.
It was a tradition. It was for luck. He has some skewed thought that most people probably share. We don't understand this land. So
correct? And I disagree with it.
I disagree, but I agree with
He
him.
was merciless when he did it.
He doesn't seem sorry either. And as such, I will feel no remorse handing him over to these people.
I just have a hard time. I mean,
I'm not sure what your plan is should we leave him alive.
that's the tricky part.
Let him continue to do this?
Well, no, I wouldn't put him back in the woods. I'd probably turn him into a jail cell or something.
Like I said,
I doubt.
how much do you think Valaki's gonna care?
They clearly don't like the Vistani. I doubt they would care.
They'd most likely say, good riddance.
If
Maybe
we were,
even reward him.
If we were in any other city, town in Faerun, we could probably do that. But this isn't Faerun.
Well, I won't stop you. I just wanted to bring up the conversation is all.
That's fair.
I understand what you mean.
And
I think we
That's
all
another-
understand.
I feel
Inside the
bad
tent.
delivering him here too,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what else we would do
But if
with
you
him.
want justice for the girl, this is the only form that we're gonna find. Otherwise, he's gonna be gone free.
Normally I try to maintain a bit of balance when it comes to morality. But here I'm sorry. This one's a sore spot.
This is Strahd's justice.
Well, for me this is a sore spot. I wouldn't say that I want any child murdered, regardless of who they align with. A child is a child.
This is Strahd's justice.
What are you all doing?
What do you think?
Who, me?
Yeah,
It's literally
you know,
split 50-50.
You know, 1/5 of the party. Yeah.
I didn't even want to bring him here in the first place. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
we
she
should've-
wanted him dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we should have just thrown him in the water, let him drown. Same way.
That might be a bit more merciful than handing him over to a bunch
You're
of
the
Strahd's
one-
minions.
You're the-
You're the one who pulled him out of the water.
Well, yeah, I'm not just gonna let him drown.
Yeah,
But
but
it's-
other than that,
If you want, we don't
Just
have
let
to
them
be here.
deal
We
with
can
him.
go. We can walk a bit of ways and meet that Dusk Elf leader if you
Bare
want.
minimum, I'd like to return the
That's
child. But
true.
if you lot would like him,
And while they
Definitely the child.
for sure, we can
You
agree
want
on
Should
that.
we
me
carry
and
the man away?
How you would like to deal with the man, I'm willing to concede on. Though I don't agree with it, I support you. You've shown me that you can trust me. That I can trust you.
Well, I appreciate that. Wish I had the answers. Because I don't want to just bring him back to Valaki if he's just gonna walk out
We
free.
can kill him ourselves.
Like I said, if you'd like a swift death, you can give it. You can present it to him.
Mercifully might be nice.
All right. Well, however you plan to do this, but I don't want this man walking free again.
I wish we could figure out what's wrong with him. What's wrong with him seems like what's wrong with
Everyone in Valaki.
not everybody. Select few. I mean, you see the look in his eyes. We've only seen that in 2 people so far yesterday.
I don't think that was the same type of look that we saw in the person who was claiming to be Bonsili.
Well, regardless, we should take him out of here before we show them the child.
Well,
Maybe we can just walk him down the road.
all
around
right.
The edge of the wood.
Well, be safe. Or should we wait to do this together?
Give the child. You can give the child if you want while I walk him down. But
But
if you want me to,
If you
if we bring the won't they question where and how we found them?
isn't the whole reason we stopped him for this?
yes.
I mean, we can just tell them we killed him. That's it.
'Cause we are gonna.
That we
kill him.
picked up the body.
You already know where my answer lies. And I'll stay put on it.
I know you gotta just choose.
I gotta choose?
I gotta choose. I can't just go back and forth.
Hey.
I mean, we can.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
do it. Yes or no?
What is it?
Yes?
I mean, we can.
Wait, what is it? What's the
So
choice?
first of all, you need to openly state what these 2 sides are going to mean for you.
Well,
Yes.
I was gonna say
Means we
like
keep
you
'em
can
alive.
we can let them handle it, and then me and you can.
I want to
go.
do that, but I'm complicit right now. I have to be.
Okay,
I have to be
I'll
a voice.
this is my way of that
out.
was my way of trying to give you an out, basically.
Yeah, I think
What?
that you guys can handle the old man and the child while we go talk to the Dusk Elf leader.
like Breaking Bad.
So we do everything.
While I go chat
That's
with
where I
someone
love it.
Yeah, but
It's
that,
like,
that,
I'm
okay.
just gonna say.
So you guys
I
picked
feel
the
like I've
comfy
been yammering this whole session.
Yeah.
this is
What
that
do you
that's
mean?
so that
I'm
was
currently
my way of trying to
talking.
get
You
him
have
out.
2, but I feel like, man,
You have been doing like
do
a
I really
whole
have to walk over there and convince them I didn't kill a child?
Not if you bring the
It's
man.
gonna-
That's what I'm saying. Is that you can bring the man
Just
with
let
him
them
without
figure
having
out-
the
let
more
them do
dilemma
their
of
own
hiatus sitting
justice.
next
That's
to
what I'm
you.
saying.
I know, but I'm saying if
That's
you
why
decide
we brought
to
him in the
coin-
first place. If you guys don't want to implicit our own justice on people, let them do it. It's their child.
From the
We
get
just said we
go.
might
I don't
kill
need
him.
to make it complicated. It's just this specifically. These people. This is Strahd's
Yeah,
justice,
that's why. That's why.
and
I'm
that's our whole group is opposing Strahd.
So then why do you care about the child then?
That's a really good point.
That is a fantastic point that I had not considered.
Up to you, man.
That one.
From
It's-
Rokar's point of view, a kid is a kid is a kid.
Yeah, that's kind of. They're still people. They're just under Strahd's kind of.
Well, mine
Control?
is. I feel like my character would care about possible rituals
Also-
surrounding.
Also,
Religion.
thus far, Rokar hasn't actually actively seen them do anything wrong, nor have we been told of anything they do wrong. We just know that they're hated, and that
Their eyes of
they're
Strahd.
eyes of Strahd. We haven't actually seen them do anything.
So we've learned that they're a culture. They're a people. They're not just like mindless Strahd wandering things.
They're not running.
people.
They're not running around with foam #1 Strahd finger.
Yeah. So the kid is more like, this is these people's kid. They deserve to have it back. But letting them carry out what Strahd would do to that old man? I don't know.
By that
It's complicated.
By that I'd propose who then is like qualified for this justice. Because I'd argue it's the kid,
Guys,
it's the parents of the
If you
kid.
keep talking about this, you're just going to keep talking about it. You got to make a
Yeah,
decision.
you
I've decided already.
I
just need
gave
you
you
to
your
decide,
way
man.
out potentially, but that's
Yes, I'm just doing what you guys think.
Okay.
No. I don't know what no
Then
would
say
have
no.
been, motherfucker.
I was gonna say I told you to tell me what both sides of the coin mean.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna take the out. I make this complicated. I'm gonna
Okay.
go talk to the guy with you if you want to go.
Sure,
Really?
thank you.
Oh
I
my
make
god.
this complicated.
Okay. Jesus Christ, we spent 15 minutes for no
Seriously.
reason.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Me
I'm-
and Hiatus are gonna go talk to the what was it, Casimir or something like
That's what he says. His name was
yeah
Casimir.
Casimir, the Dusk Elf leader, and then they'll handle the old man and they'll talk to the Vistani leader with the old man and
I
baby.
hate that north is on the right side of the compass.
Are you sure you want to do that separately?
Yeah, why would we do that separately?
Okay, I can stay with you guys. I'll just butt out.
Alright.
So,
God. You sound like a.
I'm going to walk
yeah.
into the doors
Same.
of the tent.
okay.
Yep.
It's not doors. It's
The
Curtains.
things of the tent.
The flaps of the tent.
flaps. So, as
But
you
the
enter,
night.
as you enter, you see that there are 3 sort of smoky fires that are pitched in this tent, and they fill it with this haze, this smoky haze. You see through this haze a few figures who are around these fires. There's a central pole in the middle. You see one of them is sort of sipping on a wine stein, actually, not a glass, and they're just sort of looking around, sort of stumbling, just looking at what's going on. And immediately as you enter, you see these 6 figures, but there's more in the middle, and you hear just this loud crack of a whip. And you see that sort of with his hands tied around this central pole, there is what looks like a young man. He's clearly Vistani. And there is another, much larger, burly man who is garbed in sort of simple leathers, who just has a whip, and it's just and you see across the back of this man there's just streaks from the whip, and he's just and then you see behind this larger burly man there is a shorter man, not much shorter, he's still quite tall and thin, but a much shorter, thinner man, and he has a long face, thick pointed beard, and long black hair, very sharp eyes, and he sort of turns as you enter. You said you attuned to the amulet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing it?
I tuck it into my armor though.
Okay. So, he turns to look at you all. He says, "Brother, I think Alexi," and he sort of walks up I think Alexi has learned this lesson. We are guests. He sort of hands it to this man. Well then, have you walked in with the horse and with
No.
your hostage? No? They're outside? Who are you? You see, he's just a tall man. He is... Let me find him. He once again also just has this thick beard, sort of ramshackle hair, a sort of white top with sashes of the Vistani colors, golden and yellow and red. He's just... He has like an angry face.
We've come to deliver a child.
Okay.
Hold on.
He just immediately...
But
Arabelle! And he sort of...
Why would
Wait.
you
He walks
say
up.
it
Dude,
like
why
Where
would
is she?
she was drowned.
There's just...
We retrieved her from the lake, but it was too late. I'm so sorry. We have her body. If
Where? Where?
outside.
He just pushes past you, walks up, the phantom steed. Oh, Arabelle. You see that the other man is behind him, he's looking at all of you. Wow. Sort of takes the body down. He goes to open this sort of sack. Slightly. He turns back to you.
She's gonna look regretfully over to the man.
Oregon, you can take Alexi off the pole. He walks up. What's your name? Bluto. My name is Bluto. And he just takes him. He just pushes him inside the tent. Takes a knife. And then he just sort of pushes him against the pole. Alexi, this sort of young boy, is just, I don't think, and he's just, shut it. And he says, give me those ropes. Give me those ropes, boy. And he just sort of, give me the whip. And he's like, brother, are you sure? And he's like, Arago, give me the whip now. You said your name is Bluto, right? Yes. And he just takes the dagger. Just cuts into the back, cuts the shirt with it. Takes the shirt. How long did she drown for? How long did she drown for? How long did my daughter drown for? Tell me now.
A minute, maybe?
What is it, 2 or 3 minutes?
2 or 3 minutes?
2 or 3 minutes.
Well then, for each second she drowned, he grabs his hair, you blue toe, you'll get a whip to the back for each second. Oh, and I pray you bleed out. I pray you bleed out here and now. And he just whip, whip, scream, scream, whip.
Yeah, Rokar's just gonna turn around.
We
just
don't have
look-
to stay here.
I was saying, Rokar's turning around, looking down, and just walking out.
You see the other Vistani. About 4 other Vistani sort of walk in. They're like, Duvash, the search. And they're like, what's going on? You see the other brother is just like, don't worry, we found her. And they're like, wow. And they just leave.
I mean, they aren't staying. We don't have to.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wasn't.
probably
I
leave.
immediately. I was like, all right, well, I take no pleasure in watching this. I'm walking out.
Okay, you all walk out. It'll take him a while to get through 300 strikes of the whip.
Yeah.
That is not 300 strikes of the whip.
He's doing 300.
Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say that's 180. Get your math right.
What are you doing?
Guess we'll go to the.
Elf guys.
To Dusk Elves.
So, you walk down to the hovel. You see standing outside there are 3 guards. Similarly looking, these ones, they have dark skin, very dark hair. They're just sort of looking out with this dark armor they have clad in. What's your business here?
We came to deliver the girl. She.
Wait, no. We're talking to the elves,
Oh, whoops.
not these guys. What was his name? I already forgot. It was Lou.
Elf named Marek
Mark.
had these 2 come over.
He said
What?
he.
Is Marv the leader or the guy we spoke to?
The guy we spoke to is
Well,
Marek.
Lavage is
Yeah.
the leader.
Marek had us come over.
Okay.
We're at the
We
freaking
fucked up.
Dusk
We
Elves,
fucked up.
right?
Sorry.
They told you their leader was named Casimir.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Marek has had us walk
How did
over.
we fuck that up that bad?
Casimir.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're here to talk to Casimir.
They look at each other. Step aside. You may enter. The door opens. So, as you enter, you see this dimly lit. Oh yes. You see this dimly lit. This. What? I just had to look.
The way you did it, though.
You see,
So funny.
you see this dimly lit hovel. You see that there is a small space in front, and then there are large sort of curtains that come down. Let's look, see here. Da, da, da. Yes. So, you see that there are curtains that divide this section of the room, and as you enter, you hear sort of a chair move and then footsteps from behind the curtain. You see a cloaked man. He is garbed in a deep blue cloak. He is, at least his face looks elvish, but you can't actually see his ears. He has sort of a long, sharp face, and you see sort of pointed dark hair coming out, divided here. And he just has this large cowl on. Hello?
Hello. We were just sent here by one of the other elves.
Said
Marek?
Marek said that he just took a glance at us and said that you might be interested in seeing us.
Well, he wasn't wrong. Who are you?
We're adventurers.
Really?
My name's Hiatus.
Good to meet you, Hiatus. Fellow elves here.
Yes.
But you're not Dusk elves.
It's,
Why are you here? Do you come seeking something?
well, we were. Unfortunately, it was with the Stony. But
Did you find the girl?
we did.
Really? Is she
Wow.
safe?
Is it just these two here?
I think
It
we're all
could be everyone here.
Okay, just making sure.
She did make it. It's very unfortunate.
That's a shame. I really wish she had. She was the Vistani. They can, especially these Vistani, they can be quite grim. But Arabelle, she was a good girl. She had quite a bite to her feistiness, yes, but she was pleasant. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm sure you've given Luvash some closure, if not inspired some great anger. Did you find who did it? How did she die?
She was drowned by a man.
That is horrible. That is horrible.
Very. If we had been there just a little sooner, we may have been able to prevent it. But
Oh, well, listen. Follow me. He sort of leads you back deeper into this small hovel. It's quite crowded for you all to fit here. You see that on the back wall there, it's actually quite cozy in here, if not a bit dark. You see that there's a small shelf that has wooden statuettes that seem to depict what you identify as, they must be elven deities. You see that there is also a large tapestry that depicts a forest on the back of the wall. And he sort of says, you say you're adventurers. What are you doing here in Barovia? What brought you here?
Well, ironically, the Vistani as well.
They brought you here.
One group of them.
Not these ones, though.
No.
Well, I'm sure they had a purpose. What was that purpose?
well,
I feel like the Vistani, they don't just bring people here for nothing.
simply put, they were they set up camp outside of a,
The stair pool, yes, I know.
and they simply asked us to help their corpse master. I forgot what it was called.
Lord.
Dreadlord. Wow.
The corpse master.
I am the corpse master.
Yeah, my corpse.
In their words, help their Dreadlord to rest.
They mean Strahd.
Well, naturally.
So they've brought you here to put their leader to rest? I find that doubtful. The Vistani are in allegiance to Strahd. They're not his enemies.
They probably brought us here to die.
Could be.
Yeah.
But if so, why not kill you then?
I don't know.
Well, maybe they find it fun.
So you know that that's not what they said.
Damn
They
it.
said to relieve, essentially remove the curse of their Dreadlord. That's
There
why
we
it's called the Curse of Strahd.
Well, then that one. So I was gonna say, I'm sorry. I'm fickle with these things. Sorry. Just to remove the curse of their Dreadlord.
The Curse of Strahd.
You know what's funny? If you didn't say it, I was gonna wait a second, say it myself. But
So, what does that mean to all of you?
We're figuring it out.
We're trying to figure. All the best we got is some fortune telling from one of the leaders in the group that brought us here.
In the meantime, we're
I
simply
think I've heard of Madame Eva.
we're
She's a
simply
wise woman. Go ahead.
And
I'm sorry. We're simply helping where we can. In the meantime, one point leads us to another, and we're trying to alleviate suffering in this land.
We don't have a lot of information to go off of.
and it's not like we can exactly leave Barovia,
So
Much easier to get in than it is to get out.
so we're sort of stuck here for now.
Can I say in confidence you claim to be agents of good? You're against Strahd.
I'd like to think so.
It's a yes or no question. There's
I
no
am.
in between here.
I am.
And your friends?
You are.
I would say so.
Yeah, sure.
Okay then.
yeah, sure.
No, listen
I
to me.
don't want to freaking kill me,
I've been waiting a long time for people like you to come here. A long time for an opportunity like this. It doesn't come often in Barovia. You should know that me and my fellow Dusk Elves are no friend of Strahd.
dude. Okay.
Then yeah, we're good.
Our animosity goes back hundreds of years. You see, he sort of stops. I did something that angered Strahd greatly. Something horrible. And as repayment, Strahd sent his chamberlain,
Chamberlain?
his closest, you could say his right-hand man,
Oh.
a man named Rahadin, a man who is also a Dusk Elf. He sent them here, and many years ago, he had him kill every single woman of our order.
It's disgusting.
He did this so we could not repopulate, so that we could not reproduce, so that we would be forced to watch our bloodline slowly wither away into nothing.
Stop! Don't even! Don't look at me, you bitch.
What's going on?
I'm sorry to hear that.
And, well, that's what we've been doing, what I've been doing for the past centuries. But my sister,
It doesn't work like that.
her name was Petrina Velikova, Velinkovna.
It's a beautiful name.
Yes. Her spirit has languished in the catacombs below Castle Ravenloft for centuries. But she visits me in my dreams. She was not always good. But I believe that she has repented for her sins. And she just yearns to be free, to be restored of life, and I need to know. If you could, would you destroy Strahd? Would
Yes.
you render him dust?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
really cold.
Yes.
Assuming we could.
Would. Well then. There is a place.
Thank you.
A horrid place, an ancient vault hidden in the Barovian mountains to the south. It is known as the Ember Temple. I believe from my dreams we discovered how to become a vampire. I've been spying on the temple for years, but it is a horrid, dangerous, far-off place, high in the frigid mountains, past a pass that few can take and tread. But you all, maybe you all could help me. Maybe with your assistance, we could travel there. And I could discover, or we could discover the secret to breaking Strahd's pact,
Yeah.
to freeing this place.
Yes.
Yes.
Like you're speaking all the right words right
She's,
now.
she's like,
Audra's been
sure,
waiting to hear this,
Coco.
dude.
She's so funny, man.
Well, could you mark this place on our map?
You travel with us, no?
I'm hesitant to mark it on your map, out of fear you may go there alone. No. If we go there, we go together.
Yeah.
That's fair. Of course.
You don't think that they'd be a little suspicious?
The Vistani?
Yeah.
No. They are here to just keep watch over us, probably under the order of Strahd himself. But we helped them search for the gone Arabelle. I feel like Luvash would be willing to turn a blind eye, especially if he doesn't know what our true objective is. They don't pry, they don't ask, they just enforce. But listen, the Amber Temple, this place is no doubt deadly. If we are to go there, we must be ready. And I am ready. I've been preparing for hundreds of years to be ready. But all of you, I'm not sure.
No.
I merely mean to say that it will be dangerous
We're not
and
ready.
cold. You must be prepared for the cold.
Fire spells. Start changing them.
Regardless, I know this is probably beyond your pursuit right now, but I needed to tell you. I must tell you. For when the time comes, I will go there with you.
Of course.
We would
Alright, we
love
hope
to
to-
go with you.
We hope to help everyone we can.
Cool.
Thank you for confiding this in us.
Of course, I felt it was the right thing to do. But I don't have anything else of interest for you.
Of
That's more than
course.
enough.
That's more.
Knowing
Information is
that
all
we
that we can
can-
ask for.
Knowing that we can have a potential ally is more than enough in these lands.
Of course.
Of course. From an elf to an elf, I'm sure you understand how this must be.
Dreadful.
So dreadful. Soren, there is a palpable sorrow that comes over you in particular. To see these people, to see these elves reduced to this. There's almost a divine pull, a divine urge to help these people, to give them a chance at something, at some kind of life. Why do you keep looking at me?
Say it, Zay.
I'll say it after the
we
session's
can,
over.
Yeah, that's what I
we can
thought.
say it after.
That is it. What do you want to do?
Like,
Well, we'll meet up with you again soon, hopefully. We just
When-
have to take care of a few
When we
things.
feel we're ready.
Please
Of course.
stay safe until then.
Oh, we will be. There's not much for me to do.
Mm.
So, goodbye.
Of
Yes.
course.
Goodbye.
May your travels be safe in Barovia,
And
for
yours.
it is much an unsafe land.
Mm.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Okay.
And we leave.
Yeah.
The guards sort of open the door before you shut it behind you. It is, once again, now you notice that, yes, you have not spoken to a single female elf this entire time.
Wow.
It's horrible.
diabolical.
Then, do we end there or do we go back to the camp?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
11.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to freaking go back to the
Bye.
Oh,
I mean,
bye,
we could-
Amy.
bye.
Bye, Amy. Bye.